If and not so just when oh, he's done well to save the bounce. Oh, he's pulled down. Bowling. Yet another day, yet another watch along on the cricket.com platform with me, Avni Sheikh right now, who's not going to be supporting any of these teams, but just cricket on cricket.com. And I have with me Somesh Agarwal, the biggest Mumbai Indian fans the world has ever been privy to. Mumbai, of course, winning the toss and bowling first. How do you feel about picking up your first 2 points of IPL 2023? So,
well, I think I'm back in Delhi today. I'll tell you why. This Mumbai Indian 11, they do not have Kumar Karthik in it. And now some people might say that he's in the impact sub, but wait a minute. Tim David is also in the impact player list. So when they're batting the second innings, Tim David comes in. That means Kumar Karthik is not going to feature. And they have Piyush Chawla and, oh, by the way, Shaw hits his first boundary. They have Piyush Chawla and Hrithik Shawkin ahead of Kumar Karthik. I mean, the think tank of Mumbai Indians continues to be on a vacation. And sorry to say, I mean, I can't. I used to love the Mumbai Indians of 2019-2020 because they were so good tactically. But I think the entire Mumbai Indians experience is now gone for a toss.
Now, I thought initially you were saying Kumar Karthikeya because remember, Som and him hail from the same state, but obviously the matter is deeper with Mumbai. Now, remember, since that IPL mega auction, many people feel that it was actually them screwing up multiple times. In fact, there's one stat which really reads out loud in my head. The last 16 IPL matches, and you don't associate this with the Mumbai Indians who won 5 IPL titles. They won just 4 games. They've lost 12. They've lost 12 games. Now, let's see who picks up the points, because if there was any game that Mumbai would like to play to get out of this rut, would be Delhi Capitals, who are in a bigger rut.
Of course, I mean, see, the point is Mumbai can still go ahead and win this. Correct. Because Delhi is like struggling to just put together a game. They, on paper, Delhi looks like the weakest batting and the bowling side in the league right now. But I mean, Mumbai can't just keep making these mistakes. Yeah? I mean, for a team which has been underperforming for couple of years now and have started on a very bad note, they just can't make these commonsensical errors. I mean, इनके पास already lead spinner नहीं है. Kumar Karthik was the find of the season for them in what was a forgettable last season. उसके बाद you're not playing him, and clearly he's fit because impact player list में है वो.
I mean, it's
just shocking.
It is shocking, and the fact that they've gone for
Hrithik
Shawkin and Piyush Chawla as their spinners and not Kumar Karthikeya, because absolutely right, Som. He was a silver lining in a desolate season for Mumbai last year. And it makes you think even about Riley Meredith being, brought back in. And I say brought back in because it was really funny with Riley Meredith and what they did. They first, I think, had him, then they didn't want him. Now they've got back him in the squad and now in the playing 11. So where is Brevis, and do you think there are more diabolical changes? Forget Kumar Karthikeya.
I don't know people keep bringing Brevis up. Brevis नहीं खेलेगा अभी कहाँ खिलाएंगे उसको? They've already spent 17 crores on Cameron Green. He has to bat in the top order. Brevis is not a finisher. If you play Brevis, you have to bat him in the top 4 at least. Top 4 में जगह कहाँ है? So Brevis is one for the future. Brevis is not the present.
Correct, because they took a punt and Stubbs last game.
Yeah.
And he's not playing because Meredith is back in.
I think Stubbs would not have played the last game had Riley Meredith arrived earlier. And
okay.
They had ages to decide. I mean, they have themselves to blame that because Jair Richardson was out a while ago. They should have replaced him long back, but somehow.
One second, Warner pulls. It was nearly snaffled by mid-wicket, but 4. And Mumbai again going with this ploy of both left-arm pacers up front, one in Berendorf and one in the newcomer in Arshad Khan. What do you make of that? Because I know Mumbai over the years have unlocked some great potential and unearthed some great talent. Do you think they should give a longer rope? I mean, you mentioned Kumar Karthikeya not playing, which is sad in its own way. But the rest of the lads who make up this team, Hrithik Shawkin, Arshad Khan, I know Nihal Vadera shown brightly against RCB.
But how will that? I mean, Nihal Vadera first game खेला, second game उसको drop कर दिया, third game फिर से लिया. I mean,
and that's very unlike Mumbai Indians.
There is no logic to Mumbai Indians these days.
But why is that? Because they've not made any personnel changes in the backroom staff. Can you put a finger on it?
I don't know. I mean, actually, it's very tough to find out, and you know how teams in India overall work, right? I mean, you never know. Nothing really comes out that what's happening.
Or it's a point that you mentioned earlier in one of the watch-alongs, right? They're also kind of in a little transitional sense. The fact that Pollard's now gone, Pandya brothers have moved on. You talk about the likes of even someone like Ishan Kishan's not delivered. Really, Quinton de Kock was a huge asset for them. So it's almost that Rohit has to kind of start youngsters. He's found one in Tilak Varma. Sky will eventually come into the scheme of things. Ishan Kishan, I don't know, is just baffles me because they went all in for him for the mega auction again, and he's not delivered since. So, I mean, Mumbai have a lot of questions to ask. But what's the biggest question that they need to answer right now, at least?
Right now, I mean, see, this is the first time they're bowling first.
Yes.
अभी तक तो no one knows who their death bowlers are क्योंकि death तक match ही नहीं गया. Both those games finished way before death overs began.
Yeah.
So at least today they'll figure out who their death bowlers are. So let's see. I mean, Mumbai have a lot of. I think Mumbai's batting is still sorted. There are a few players who are out of form and out of runs. So, but their bowling attack is a bigger worry.
Does that make them a chasing side in your eyes?
I mean, yeah, most teams are anyway chasing sides. I mean, I don't think there is a.
But more so Mumbai with the fact that their bowlers are the weak link.
True, but I don't think there is any team in this IPL who are predominantly a batting first side. Every team wants to chase, so that is common. The only thing is, I think Meredith, if he clicks with his Yorkers and with his hard length balls, then it might help Mumbai. As I see it, Meredith, Bendorf, and Kumar Karthikeya, these three have to play together because at least they have three decent bowling options. Then they have to figure out what they have to do about the other 8 overs.
Yeah, I agree with him because look, Bumrah's absence is a no-brainer, but Mumbai need to find some sort of guys who'll do the job for them pretty much. Now, speaking of do the job for them, you guys do the job for us always in these watch-alongs by liking our content and sharing it. So I request you guys politely to do so as well on a Tuesday evening and keep your comments coming through. We have a very animated Som who in his heart is a Mumbai Indians, but tonight he's just so pissed off, as you've heard, that he wants Delhi Capitals to teach them a lesson.
And maybe I'm just pissed off because I just at times don't understand why common sense is not common.
Yeah.
Oh, good shot, bhai. क्या बात है?
Oh,
आज तो Shaw भी run बना रहा है, बताओ. This is how the Mumbai's bowling lineup is. Even Shaw can score again.
I mean, to be fair, that was a great shot. And Delhi, 19 for none after 2. Sync your streams in wherever you are. And Ababdi Shagde and Somesh Agarwal, if you guys are just joining us, we were just kind of going about Mumbai Indians and their problems. I know people say, yeah, TK, slow starters and all of that. But look, the problems lie much deeper. In this IPL, Mumbai Indians bowlers have picked up a solitary wicket in the power play and have leaked runs at 9.9. They have an average of 133 and a strike rate of 81. We're not talking about any batter here. We're talking about the bowlers. So
I think the solitary wicket was Conway. Bendor got him out.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the fact that generally when you think about Mumbai so far, I know it's still early days, but they don't give you that much conviction in the power play. I know Behrendorff can have his days, and thankfully he didn't have his day against RCB or, Chennai, really kind of sorted him out. But that's the thing. That's the real call that Mumbai have to take because normally they had lots of players to even come in and do the odd 2 overs, 3 overs job for them. They don't have those anymore. They just don't. Right, so Behrendorff, Green to Warner, and he's got some good bounce over there. That's an interesting move. I mean, do you rate Cam Green as a good bowler in T20s or generally?
Generally, in Test cricket, he has been pretty decent.
Yeah.
But T20s, उसमें खेला ही कहाँ है? I mean, he's hardly played T20.
I know he's not played that many T20s, you're right, but just generally his
Generally,
action...
he's like hit the deck bowler. So, अभी variations वगैरह देखना है. I mean, does he have a slower ball? Can he bowl Yorkers? All those questions have to be answered.
Is he in that Kyle Mears category?
Not at all. Kyle Mears is a proper swing bowler.
And he's more hit the deck.
He's just keep hitting that good length all the time with his height. And
it's pretty crazy, right? Because he doesn't really have a long run up. He just ambles through and it still shows 140 clicks at times. I know this one just showed 121.3. Sushant goes on to say if MI wins today, they can get ahead of them, get ahead of the team of the tournament, RCB in the points table. Yeah. I mean, it's all going off.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Since we all know Shaw has been a minnow basher in domestic cricket, will he click today? Because essentially he's playing a minnow.
I mean, that's a little bit of tongue in cheek. Look, I mean, Prithvi Shaw fans generally, I think we all are in one way or the other. The fact that this man is not just an intent merchant, but he can really put any opposition to the sword.
You say all of us are Prithvi Shaw fans, okay? But fans of what? Fans of just how good he looks, right? Because there is nothing else.
Yeah.
Because right now, I don't think he's even in the top 10 openers in the country.
Correct. Just like, you know how sometimes when you look at batters and you just want them to do well,
Yeah.
when Shaw is in full flow, we all like to see him.
That's because only because he's watchable and everyone is just
Exactly.
He's like the son of the family. Everyone has watched him grow up.
Yeah.
And सबका एक connection है कि हाँ भाई Shaw. We've been hearing about this kid for what 6 years now, 7 years now, and somehow everyone feels that he's still a kid,
Yeah.
which he still is. But at the end of the day, like I said, even his domestic numbers, he's a minnow basher. Even in domestic cricket.
Correct.
So, and right now, truth be told, I mean, he's definitely not among the top 10 openers in the country. So I don't know what the Shaw fandom is all about.
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes puzzles me as well. I mean, as much as we thought the potential was there, I don't think he's going to kind of break into that Indian team with performances like this. Meanwhile, David Warner is showing why he's still getting a lot of runs, maybe not at the pace that his fans would like him to.
Maybe not, but definitely not at the pace.
I was being polite. I was being.
You don't have to. This is not a the board sponsored Watchalong.
Yeah, sometimes we kind of go overboard. Sometimes we kind of play it mellow. I think I'm being latter tonight, but I think it'll pick up steam because I'm still kind of crying about RCB last night from within. So bear with me and the fans, of course.
Pranam was saying, good to see Dhul playing.
Yeah.
Should have played ahead of Pandey in the last game. I completely agree. Even if this is their worst season, could at least end up finding a gem, just like CSK did with Rutu.
Yeah.
Yep, I totally agree, Pranav.
I mean,
I just want to see what sort of a player Dhul is. Will he be? As of now, I can assume he will be an anchor, but what sort of an anchor?
I think he'll be like his glass ceiling could be Rahane peak in Rajasthan. 2013,
I don't think a modern day T20 team needs a peak Rahane.
I know, but like, the peak Rahane in the sense like 50 of 31 or something like that. I don't see Dhul getting like beat. I might be wrong.
See,
if you can get a 25,
your two openers got 35 ball 50s last night.
I know what you mean. But like if Yash Dhul can give me a subpar 30 ball 50, great. But I just don't think he has it in him.
Yeah.
Knowing that under 19 World Cup and stuff, because he had like I think Sheikh Rashid and all these other guys play a much more.
I think in my opinion, because an opener plays in the power play where there is restriction, the acceptable knock for an opener or acceptable half century for an opener should be under 30 balls.
Yeah.
Anything above 30 is like slow.
Yeah, it's very slow. But like I don't think the selectors look at it like that, right?
They don't. They just look at it, हाँ भाई 50 मारा है.
So that's
shot, boy, shot.
What a shot that is. That's why I think given the players.
Let's see how good. I mean, Anirudh, if you're listening to us, can you give us Hrithik Shawkin's IPL numbers versus Kumar Kartike's IPL numbers? I was just trying to wrap my head around that. What is happening here?
Hrithik Shawkin's introduced in the power play. We've seen 4 bowlers already for Mumbai.
And he's introduced in the power play when Shaw is on strike. I mean, this can be, if I can have a big over alert, I'll just go for it right now.
33 for none, 3.1. It started off for 29 for none. So how much are you predicting? 20? What is it? Big over alert?
See, either this is going to go for 20 runs or Shaw will be out.
Okay, fair. It's a double-edged sword, this. Hrithik Shawkin around the wicket. Shocking, you might say. But yeah, I mean, just on the chat of openers in India right now who are trying to make their way into the Indian team, sometimes I feel because they know at the back of their head selectors won't go for people like Shaw. They don't care about impact performances. They'll only look at your average and not really look at
this point in time, Shaw should not be on their list.
Correct. No, so I'm saying like Yash Dhul, for example, it'll just be like, I'll just get my runs. That's all that matters. He won't care about what pace it comes at. Obviously, not at a match losing pace, but I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
For Yash Dhul, India cap will come very. I mean, it's way off right now. I mean, right now he has to earn his Delhi cap first.
I mean, but at least it's promising signs that Yash Dhul is there. Swept away in a wicket. Soam's right. He called the latter either a wicket, and Rohit Sharma at least has been vindicated with this decision with Hrithik Shawkin around the wicket to Prithvi Shaw. So Prithvi Shaw falling for the trap. It was almost a booby trap to bowl around and try to tempt him to sweep, and he fell for it. And Pranav Anand, we appreciate your comment. Take the other one from Jayakishan Sharma, which also surrounds Mumbai, Vikas, if we can. And all you guys watching, please subscribe and like this and share and subscribe to our channel. Cricket.com is new. We've done some great content over the last week. For example, we spoke to a doctor about Bumrah's injury. We spoke to fans yesterday who are really pissed off at RCB after that gut-wrenching one-wicket defeat. Name your top 10 openers in the country who are better than Shaw in T20s.
Yeah, I mean, I did not really mean T20s. I just said that not in the top 10 openers in the country. T20s में जाएंगे तो फिर I mean it will be very specific. T20s में KL Rahul बोलूंगा तो सब गाली मारेंगे. But at this point of time, KL Rahul is net positive than Prithvi Shaw.
So let's go for it. Let's see if it's actually true if Prithvi Shaw falls out of the top 10 openers in our country.
Or are you talking about overall or just T20?
Overall.
Overall तो भाई बहुत है.
No, I'm saying, okay, fine. Overall Indians, you're saying, right?
Overall Indians, so he's definitely out. T20s okay. Maybe he can still be out.
Okay, fine. So T20s Indians.
T20 Indians, okay.
Okay.
Gill, Ruturaj, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Yashasvi Jaiswal. Who else?
Kishan.
Kishan, I've not named him?
No.
Okay, Ishan Kishan. Then who?
Who
else? Who else?
Dhawan?
Absolutely. Why not? Why not? Absolutely. Look at the way he's playing. I mean, look at the way Prabh Simran Singh is playing. It's his first season. Just look at the way he's playing.
That's a good shot.
I mean, I obviously I won't count Prabh Simran Singh right now.
Mayank Agarwal?
No, not Mayank. I would count Abhishek Sharma. Look at the season Abhishek Sharma had last year.
Ridhaman Saha as an opener.
Good shout. Not a bad shout. Definitely more impactful than Prithvi Shaw at the moment. So I've already named like 11.
He's named 11. Do the math there, Jay Kishan. I think that was...
And this is just T20s. If you test ka baat karoge, there can be a lot more.
Let's of course have that chat for another day. But yeah, guys, clip this one out. I think this one is definitely worthy for a clip on Twitter and there and thereabouts. But look, coming back to the game, Hrithik Shawkeen is struck for Mumbai. The average first inning score here is 149. And I know Som said that Mumbai pretty much are batting heavy more than their bowlers, but how much could their bowlers restrict Delhi to? What will they be happy with tonight? So
Delhi, looking at how Mumbai, I think Mumbai anything below 170, they look at Delhi's bowling lineup, which don't have a mystery spinner.
But how do they even get a 170? Who are the batters?
True, that's there. I'm saying if I'm in the Mumbai camp and if I'm chasing anything below 170, I am thinking that we can chase this down. Anything above 170, I don't know if their batters are. They can still do it, but utna confidence abhi currently hai nahi unke batting lineup.
Okay, fine. I think variety is the word that Mumbai Indians have gone with in the power play. 5 different bowlers into their 5th over right now. Meredith has also kind of come in here.
Who bowled the 3rd over?
3rd over was Green, right? The
4th? 4th was Arshad. I think Arshad bowled.
No, 4th was Hrithik Shawkeen. And 5th.
Oh, yeah, 5th.
5th now is Meredith.
I thought 5 were already done. True.
So Berendorf, Arshad, Green, Shawkeen, and Meredith. They still have Chawla as their 6th option.
Yeah, or Nihal Vadera.
Or
he's also leggy.
Yeah, essentially. So let's see how Mumbai rotated around. It's a dry pitch. So expect, I think, the spinners at least, Shawkeen and Chawla, to potentially finish their quota of 4 overs. And remember, Delhi's batters, I keep saying that because I was doing the fantasy preview, right? And I was thinking to myself, even when I was building my own fantasy team, who do I pick in terms of Delhi's batters right now? Let's go through their batting lineup, right? So Shaw is gone, obviously. David Warner is a no-brainer because he's their top scorer. After David Warner, the second best run getter for Delhi is Akshar Patel with 36 runs. Then you're thinking to yourself, Lalit Yadav, maybe he can chip in with both regards. Manish Pandey, Yash Dul, Ravman Pal, please, for the love of God, for the love of Delhi Capitals, you guys have to get runs tonight. Otherwise, it's a joke.
You're seeing someone who just hates Mumbai Indians live. He's like, Delhi, tum bhi aa raha ho, matlab.
No, as in like I feel for Delhi Capitals. I mean, we'll probably hear from Shobh.
Talking about Mumbai, Delhi, this is the exact fixture last year where you were supporting Mumbai.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How could I forget that? It was at my house where, of course, Bangalore was going to stay alive if Delhi lost to Mumbai. And thankfully, Mumbai got the points that day. We loved it. Absolutely loved it. So he goes on to show you Hrithik Shawkeen's numbers, by the way.
Oh, sure.
Meanwhile, Manish Pandey gets his first 4 in first 4 in Delhi colours. Yeah, first 4 in Delhi colours.
At this point of time, even Sai Sudarshan is better than.
Oh yeah,
and he can open.
Yeah,
He's
correct.
just batting at 3 for Gujarat because they have other options.
Abhishek Sharma also.
Abhishek Sharma, I've already said.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Ritik Shawkeen, sorry, go back to that stat. My man on the panel will even say we'll get that comment out in just a bit. Say Padikkal.
I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not like that name did not come to my mind.
Now look at the economy. Obviously, Kumar Kartikeya having a better. Ooh, French cut from Manish Pandey over there. Interesting shot. Obviously, an element of luck. But 42 for 1, 4.5. And you look at those spinners, nothing really to compare. It's pretty much similar, except that Kumar Kartikeya keeps it slightly tighter. Delhi are playing their second game at home. Remember, they lost their first game at home to Gujarat Titans that night. And they were absolutely shambolic. Som also mentioned a good point, guys, because look, heading into this game, obviously none of the teams have registered their points. But I asked him, has any of the two teams ever been ahead at any moment in time this season? And you said, what?
I think Delhi was still, you can say that they were ahead at 1 point against Gujarat before Miller just sort of blew the entire fire away in that Mukesh Kumar over. But Mumbai have never been ahead in both of their games.
Against Bangalore and Tilak was resurrected.
They were not ahead. But Tilak just ensured that
it was parity.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a venue where about 210 was whatever 210 plus were chased off last night. So itna maar ke bhi what they were 170.
Yeah.
So it was just par.
Mumbai Indian fans, I know there are plenty of you guys watching. Subodh Chavan comes to mind. I think Chachant is another Mumbai Indian fan. Tell me what you guys would like to see this year. Because while I was making my predictions, I had Mumbai in the top 4. I don't know what I was thinking. But look, we've seen Mumbai start really slowly and come back. That's the one thing which goes with them. And Rohit said at the toss as well that senior batters like him need to put their hand up and say, listen, we're going to step up. And it's the batters which really don't worry me. It's the bowlers. Ritik Shawkeen's probably going to get another over in the power play to Warner over here. Now,
this is decent.
This is a good matchup for sure, right? I mean, this is kind of inviting Warner.
They just have to keep Warner on strike.
Yeah, and there's a slip in position. Oh, that's a great delivery from Ritik Shawkeen.
And I mean, there's one more thing. I think by now, all of us should just realize that there is no point giving KL Rahul and Prithvi Shaw so much limelight.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't think they deserve it. I mean, we have been obsessed with these two for a very, very long time. And why? I mean, because that time which we spent analyzing them and criticizing them can be spent better.
And I'll tell you why. Because sometimes in our country, it's potential which turns out to be the most seductive thing.
It's fine. I'd say itna bhi koi
these words like talent, these words like potential.
Those are very subjective things. Your potential should result in something. At least, see, both of them are at a very different stage in their careers. With Rahul, I think yesterday also there was some Karnataka cricketer who criticized him. I'm thinking it's not worth it. I mean, we should just learn to accept that KL Rahul has accepted mediocrity. Like, he just wants to be that person who doesn't care, who doesn't understand कि match situation क्या है, जो वो कर रहा है वो सही कर रहा है. He's always right. But he'll never accept कि हाँ मैंने कुछ गलत किया. Although I don't think in the last 2 years any other cricketer has calculated as incorrectly as he has in the middle about how he should take his knock forward. But yet every time he sort of defends himself. There's no point.
But the thing is, I think a lot of expectations fall on people like Shaw and KL.
Why? Our country is not like, you know, for a lack of a better comparison, a Bangladesh or Sri Lanka right now, that they don't have good batters. Our country is filled with very good batters.
I agree with you, but just the fact that KL and Shaw have given glimpses to the audience in the past.
Who hasn't? Has Sanju not given them glimpses?
I mean, he has. And even Sanju, I mean, unfortunately falls under that.
Yeah, I mean, Sanju, Rahul Tripathi, I mean, these are players who are not finding spots. And instead of trying to push Shaw's case, I would much rather have them open. Agar unko middle order mein jagah nahi ban rahi hai. Yeah. And I mean, I know, but when I said ki bhai top 10 mein nahi hai, there are other options who are not finding place in a middle order. But I would much rather open with them than Shaw.
I'll tell you what, let's see what Crazy Nix has to make of all of this, because he's been patiently waiting on the wings. And let's get him on right now. Nix, good to see you. And good to see Manish Pandey at least show some intent out there. He has to, because the last ball of the power play just before we get Nick's thoughts and keep taking your comments as well. Nick, first and foremost, how are you? And I've been sure that you're hearing Som being lambasting all of the things going on right now. And where do you stand in this whole Prithvi Shaw thing? Because yet again, it's a disappointment from him tonight.
If you spend more time talking about them than their performances, so I think that line to just
Made the fielder and Pandey calculating. I mean, not calculating. I think that's I beg your pardon, but 51 for 1, 6 overs gone. Pandey really kind of accelerating in that last over.
Yeah. So, Nikhil, I mean, the question that was asked to me because I brought it up, I'll ask you: is Shaw even in the top 10 openers in the country? No. Let's just talk about T20. Overall, तो नहीं है पक्का.
No.
Format तो पक्का ही नहीं है. Just T20. What are your thoughts?
No. We haven't seen anything against better bowling attacks to warrant to say that he needs to be tried. There are, again, the problem is when there is a clear sign of weakness and if there is nothing shown that this is what I'm going to counter it with, then it's very hard to back a case of anyone.
Yeah.
And again, no disrespect, you need to see where he's scoring, who he's scoring against. That's also important. Have some context and then you will have the answer for yourself. That is why people are not picking Shaw.
And it makes you think a little bit more about this issue, but let's see if we can get two different perspectives on it.
What better way to have an actual Delhi Capital fan take this debate forward that is Shaw among the top 10 openers in the country right now in T20 cricket?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the vote is no, 2 no's.
2 no's.
I don't know what your take is, but let's see what
I see
what Shubh and Akash have to say. Who will take this watch along forward?
Yeah, for sure. And just before we do that, I can't believe he just threw me under the bus. I'm a no as well. I don't think Shaw falls out of that category.
Cool, 3-0. But then, yeah, let's just ask ourselves that does he deserve this much limelight? If he's not even in the top 10 openers of the country in this format right now.
Okay, I'll tell you what, me and Somesh need a breather and enough of this Shaw stopping. Let's actually stop the Shaw and talk about Shaw in just 30 seconds. Oh, he's given it! He's given it! He's given it! Leave it! This is not the most important goal, but if and not this one oh, he's done well to see the bounce. Oh, he's put it down! Bowling!
Yep, we are back.
Change in scenery for you guys, different
people. We are dressed in black almost. Morning, I don't know whichever team loses today. But yeah, first, what are we mourning? Prithvi Shaw's career?
Almost, yeah. I mean, kya ummeed thi? I mean, Prithvi Shaw, I was expecting a big season from him. More than me, it was Ricky Ponting who was expecting a big one from him because he said that Shaw has got the look in his eyes this time. But then
he's only got the looks.
Shaw's, determinate look versus your curse that you met him. I mean, second one down because you have ruined Harshal Patel's career already, and now Prithvi Shaw.
I don't think Nikhil knows it. So just to give some context, so I met Harshal Patel like outside office before he was picked for the World Cup, and ever since Harshal Patel is not the same bowler. And for Shaw, I met him before the start of the IPL. And you know what has happened?
Yeah,
4 games in.
Akash called me and told me about it, and I was like, "Oh no, not this time! And we cannot afford Shaw to have a bad season." But I guess that is how it is going to be. So the debate that Avnish and Somesh were having about that for much needed boundary. It's the 20 from 19 only. Though he has looked a touch better, except when he was facing Hrithik Shakeen, of course. So yeah, going back to that debate, I think just before this IPL, everyone had high hopes from Shaw, and they have certainly not transpired. But the worrying factor is that a lot of his vulnerabilities have come out, like against swing, against pace, against high pace, against short balls, against left arm seam, and today against off spin as well. So I mean, तू करेगा क्या भाई यार? तू हर चीज पे struggle कर रहा है, तू run किस पे बनाएगा?
No, I'm just trying to figure out. I think it was Ponting who called Shaw's dismissal in Australia at the Border Gavaskar Trophy. and it has taken him 2 years, and still he has the same vulnerability. It's like Ponting has worked on it, but I don't know to what extent that you can't see any result. So that's where the worrying sign is. Even if the greatest of coaches can't help you with that, then I think the only way you can start playing swinging delivery is just go to county, and you don't have a choice. Every ball will start swinging. You just have to play it. I guess him playing in domestic doesn't help. It's not going
Him
to
playing
swing
in
there.
domestic does not help because again he belts the mediocre attacks and
Exactly.
he improves his numbers. And I think he's one of those players actually who has really aced the domestic cricket. Now it is time for him to step up to make it a level tougher for himself. And I think playing in county won't be a bad idea. But my biggest problem with Shaw is that he knows that the ball is going to swing and still he will play a
Moving
reckless
yeah.
drive, because that is exactly what he did in the last match as well. I mean, he came in as an impact sub. The pitch was good to bat, and my only worry at that time was ये एक over bolt का निकाल ले. But no, I mean middle stump ball he was playing it, playing an on drive, got an edge, and I was like कि भाई मतलब थोड़ा तो दिमाग लगाओ यार, तुम 4-5 साल से खेल रहे हो इस level पे. So yeah, really disappointed from Shaw. Nikhil, what's your take?
मैंने वही बोला, we've spent too much time discussing what Shaw can do than what Shaw has done. So,
Yeah.
And just to get back on Akash, I'll give you a list of people to meet before the World Cup. Ensure you meet each and every one of them, and then the rest will be taken care of. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a no ball.
Yeah, on a serious note, I mean,
Yeah.
Nikhil, what do you make of Mumbai's? I think it was a very strategic decision to bowl Hrithik Shawkin. I don't know why the commentators were shocked that they're bowling an off spinner to Prithvi Shaw.
Ooh, Mohammad Amir kind of move all that.
Oh, I mean,
That
were
was
you
the-
as well that the commentators didn't have the knowledge that he gets out to off spin?
See, one of the commentators said this is a very happy hunting ground for Mumbai.
Hmm.
Is it?
I don't think so,
That
because
guy-
Mumbai playing here is getting knocked out in
Yeah.
2018.
This is probably one of the worst grounds to play, like in terms of win percentage. And
Who
the
won
guy
the-
who said this was a Mumbai Indians player.
Oh,
So that tells you everything about whatever is going on in commentary. So forgetting that, I think, which is where the dismissal from Shaw irks you even more. That it is something that we finally got to a start. Now that is the time. See, again, you can easily say that when you're not in good form, these things happen. But then you have to find a way out. It can't just keep happening like for all times. And that wicket has given them a chance to bowl 3 of Hrithik Shawkin round. Because they know Warner can't overattack, and there's a lot of spin. Sorry.
That's
That-
too much spin
5
from
runs.
Hrithik Shawkin.
Yeah, I think that will give Kuldeep good confidence, but then Rohit is expecting due in the second innings. But if there is no due, then we are due for a great game because that spun a decent way.
Yeah. But this is a very interesting, I mean,
Warner batting
Yeah.
right-handed. Oh no, this was
the free hit delivery, and it was
Yeah.
very interesting move from
David Warner. Yeah,
David
but
Warner.
I always wonder that there are quite a few batters who can bat both left and right-handed.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, that just missed the stumping.
Right about when we are talking
Hey, 5
about
runs again,
Warner.
yeah.
Yeah. No, right about when we are talking about Warner, right? There's a comment like, has Simon Dole seen Warner play this IPL? Strike rate is very early for Babar and Virat. I think there was one moment during one of Chennai's game when they showed the orange cap, the current leading orange cap, this thing, and Warner was there. I think Simon Dole is a commentator who criticized him, saying that he needs a go from here. You can't really strike at 117 when you're playing at a level like IPL. So I think he's criticized fairly. It's not like a very bias that he's only doing it for Babar or Virat. He's doing it for all players. It's just that I think the players need to be more accepting of criticism. No, it's like, it is a fact. Yesterday's Rahul's knock is properly match losing knock. You can't do that in T20. So I think players should start accepting that strike rates do matter actually.
Definitely.
Yeah,
so.
also see, what I don't agree with Simon Dole was that he did not slow down for his milestone.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
The
the very
slowdown, the slowdown is a problem that has been plaguing Virat for a while. That he can't always accelerate versus spin. Had he said that, I think people would have accepted better. But because he made it very Glenn Maxwell, to quote Glenn Maxwell, that a lot of Indians are milestone driven. So that it takes the attention away from the point. And that's what I felt that where I don't agree with Simon, because he's been talking about anchors for a while. He said about the same thing in the PSL as well. And now he's continuing to have this debate here, which is good because that's what you need. And the battery level low is probably for sure as well. Hopefully that is
I mean, there is
exchanged.
I had also
Video
strategic
shows.
timeout, so I think the camera also wants a timeout for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Vikas will look into it.
Yes. So yeah, coming back to Simon, I think he does the right points, but I don't agree with him on the point being that it was before milestone. So Virat has had issues versus spin, and it's not always easy to accelerate right from the word go. So I think that's the one area that I'm sure even Virat is looking to improve on. And yeah, so I think anchor debate is there. We've talked about Shikhar Dhawan, we talked about KL Rahul as well. So as long as I feel, the bottom line is, as long as there is accelerated innings progression, it is fine. It's when you are stuck at 80, 90, 100, 120, that's when the problem lies. If you start at 100, 120, 140, then the gradual increase will not cost the side. And
Yeah.
hopefully, more people will get into pacing their innings better, which is why I also give an example that sometimes Josh Butler does it best in the
Yeah.
current scenario, where he's picking his matchups and then he's going for it even if he gets up. So I think that's probably the way to go about it. And see, it's not something that you can ace every day. It will depend on every day on conditions on pitch. As KL said yesterday, that what he felt was right, but it's the margin of 10 runs. Had he got 10 runs more, it would have been fine, as per me, because
Yeah.
Stoinis was going at the other end. Same thing Faf did. Faf also held an end up because Kohli was going strong at the other end. So it's always fine to think that people will always be in an ideal world, but it's not an ideal world that we live in.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, it is unfortunate that I think like the phase after power play coincided with Kohli nearing the milestone, and I don't think he slowed down necessarily because of that.
Yeah.
Even if he had scored a 50 in the power play, he would have slowed down after that. So it's either way. It's just sad that it coincided, and
Kohli, especially, he's not milestone-driven guy at all. So
at this point,
so I'm pretty sure that it was that the slowdown was because of his issues against spin, and I think Bishnoi and Mishra also bowled quite well to him yesterday after the power play. They were holding a tight line and length, not allowing Virat Kohli to spread his arms. So yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Simon Dole, the commentator. I loved it when he called out Babar in PSL because I think he was spot on that particular occasion. But yesterday, I think he actually missed out on his intention was probably right, but the route he took was completely wrong yesterday, at least. So. Having talked about that, Nikhil, what do you make of this start from Delhi? I think it is pretty. Even though Shaw just showed us glimpses and got out, I think this has been pretty promising from Delhi, at least, especially with Manish Pandey putting his foot on the accelerator today.
Yeah. I just see Piyush taking a wicket, but hopefully it's not of David because he's the vice captain. Again, you see, that's what David is doing right now. He's 27 in 23. He's holding an end up because Pandey is going well at the other end. Now, had Pandey not been going well, Warner would have taken that aggressive route earlier. And Manish has taken a few risks and they have come off. And that's what I think he'll keep doing. So in that sense, I think Delhi have got a decent start, but it's about capitalizing now. Because
who comes in next, irrespective of whichever batter gets out, do you think Yash Dul comes out at number 4 because the debut and at number 4 tricky position to bat, and the pitch is also quite tricky as well, so he will have the pressure to get going. So will you send Yash Dul at number 4?
See, this is the best time to bat. I mean, you have got a great start. Just one down, you will be tuned down at 9th, 10th over. Then this is probably the better place to start if there's Warner at the other end, even if there's Manish at the other end, because they'll ensure that the youngster is at ease and then he can play his shots. So that's how I feel, they should work, because there is Roman Powell who has had issues starting versus leg spin. And you have Piyush bowling right now. I think that's a 6.
So wicket, easy wicket. Yeah.
I told you. I told you, Piyush, I will take a wicket and it will not be of Warner.
Yeah, he's got it right yet again.
And that is why I was particularly asking as well that who comes in at number 4, because I was sensing a wicket soon.
But I think job well done. I mean, if you look at it,
Yeah.
those 26 runs, anyone would take it at this point. Given that
Yes.
Delhi was stuttering after that point, right? When Warner was also seemingly struggling, so he had to come in and kind of like just say that Warner, I'll take care of striking it. You just find your groove and wait for somebody else who will come and do
those
the
5 wides. Look, man, I think if Mumbai can serve 5 wides for every partnership Delhi has today, I mean that would be quite helpful.
I think this
Nice.
season Mumbai have been serving 5 wides every game. So
Every
they're
game.
like, yeah, every game there has been wides. It's like extras galore.
Imagine you don't have 2 or 3 of your first choice bowlers in the first place, and then you are giving 5 wides every game. So Mumbai, okay, so they have been pretty generous.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
pretty generous.
But
on
see,
that.
but you have to do that when you won so many titles with a
Exactly.
side that is as dominating and intimidating.
To the league.
Yes, you're giving it back, which is good. That the tournament needs other teams also to come through. So hopefully Delhi will take the gift with both arms and not give it back to them.
It is yes,
Yes,
Dul on
Dul.
debut.
Great,
Uh,
good call.
Good call. Yeah, I was also hoping Lalit Yadav also could have made a
Yeah,
good case, because
good
just
case.
come and just hit out, because spinners are going to be bowling now. Okay, so under 19 winning captain is off the mark in IPL.
Yeah.
Yet another under 19 captain playing for Delhi is off the mark in the IPL. Let's call it that way.
So Delhi are actually playing 3 under 19 World Cup winners. Actually, one from 2008, one from 2018, one from 2022.
22.
Yeah, all in
Yeah.
the
And
same.
if Mitchell Marsh was playing, then one from 2010 as well.
As well.
Another
Yes.
captain also.
Yes. So of course Delhi, they should rename it to Delhi Captains and not Delhi Capitals. So
Yeah.
Better name than Delhi Capital for sure.
So who do you think will bowl the next over? Given that Yashdul has come out to bat, do you think it'll be again pace?
yeah, I hope they bring back Jason or they get one from Meredith, because now is the time when you want Warner out. You get Warner out now, it just sets the tone for the rest, because then you can attack Robin with leg spin with Piyush, and then you can still hit him with pace from Meredith and that. So hopefully that is the order of the day, because I don't think they need to bowl Ritik now.
Yeah, they
They
already
can
got.
afford. Yeah. I feel they should look for that wicket now, because that is the opening. Because after that, you only have Akshar Patel, Lalit Yadav, and rest to follow. So this is the best time to get a wicket if Mumbai are looking for one.
Is this? I mean, probably would you say it's a even matched up encounter, because a bad batting unit versus a bad bowling unit, and it can't be made. I mean, the matchup
match made in
can't be
heaven,
made
heaven.
better in heaven.
And it is why even more evenly matched, because you don't know which is the better batting unit and which is the worse bowling unit.
I know the worst bowling unit definitely has to be Mumbai in this game, at least. Number wise as well, they are at the bottom of basically every criteria: balls per wicket, economy rate, etc., etc. So that is why I'm hopeful about Delhi's chances today. That okay, our batting has not been in form, but it has potential, and that potential can come up against the Mumbai's weakened bowling lineup. Having said that, Nikhil, you called it correctly. Riley Meredith to David Warner, and I think Warner's strike rate will take further blow in this over, because Warner again, he knows that he just simply cannot get out.
Yes, and that's something that is there with a lot of teams that are struggling in the lower half, where you see that after they are two down, or like they're in a spot in the middle of those, they are not able to accelerate, because they don't have the batting depth. And so you'll probably see Warner wanting to just rotate strike, and maybe Yashdul might be the one who takes the risk before. So which I don't think is ideal, but that will eventually help Yash get better and better, because this is still just his first game. Like 2 balls into his IPL career, hopefully he'll get a good game here, and then he can keep going from strength to strength.
Yeah, hopefully he can emulate Sai Sudarshan, who also, incidentally, both of them scored 100 on their Ranji Trophy debut. So it's coincident. But again, let's see if Yashdul can go on and score a 50.
The difference being that Sai actually did decently last year as well, and he's
but again, the first game. Punjab, right? His first game was against Punjab, and he smacked Rabada in the first this thing. Sai
This
Sudarshan.
season.
Last year.
Season.
Yeah,
Last
so
season.
it's a proper bowling attack. So hopefully Yashdul can emulate
Short
him.
ball.
A good shot. And also he's been among the runs, so it's not like that Yash hasn't been scoring runs. So that should at least help him, not be too worried about pacing his innings just as of now. No, I'm just very keen to see how Warner paces this, because he has to bet till 16th over at least to get them to 170, 180 kind of a score, because they will need that if there is due.
I was just thinking that Yashdul can actually tell David Warner that, Captain, I'm in a better form than you right now. So shut up, let me play my game. You keep
Yeah,
me
but
in-
I don't think David will tell him not to play his game. To be very honest, that's not.
I think at this point David will be like, please play your game.
Please
I
play
can't,
your
I can't, I can't get runs.
मुझे सांस आना
Yes.
चाहिए, run बना.
Yeah, we have a question from Pranavandan, or more like a statement. MI should keep the remaining 3 overs of spin for Powell and Lalit. I think Lalit
Lalit can
Yadav,
play spin
plays
well.
spin well.
Powell
so-
for sure, but I think Powell might not be struggling against Ritik Shocking for sure, because of that off spin thing. And I actually have big hope from Powell from this game, at least, because last game he was stuck against the RR spinners, and I could actually shot.
Hey, that's longer boundary. Damn.
If it was any shorter boundary, it would have gone for a 6.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think the other side, it
No, I
will
mean,
probably go for the 6 on the other side. It is just the longer leg side boundary that is probably.
Also, because I think he was crammed for room as well, so that is why there was no flourish at all in his full
Yeah.
shot. But in the end, he managed to play it as well as he could have. But
Yeah.
there was just not
Just-
no flourish at all. So
Yeah.
a good catch by Harshad
yeah, I
Khan in
think
the deep.
it is traveled enough. I mean, it's like 70
Yeah.
meters. It's just
I
the
think he
longer.
did well.
Yeah, he did time it well. I mean, for somebody on debut, he did time it really well. So let's just
Yeah,
call it
unfortunately.
for Yashdul.
First of all, the catch was taken by Nehal Vadera, not
Arshad Khan.
Ashad Khan.
Harshad Khan. So
Yeah.
apologies for that. So next batter, I think Akshar Patel would be a good shout.
I don't think they have been.
But there would be two
Yeah.
lefties, so maybe they will send in Lalit Yadav.
But there is no matchup anyway. No, even if it's 2 lefty, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You'll get
Kritik
Hrithik
Sharma.
Shokin.
Yeah.
You'll get Hrithik Shokin. Hrithik Shokin against him, I think Akshar can really play well.
Yeah,
So
actually.
use his
Yeah.
spin playing ability, impetus at this point, because this is where I think the game changes. If Delhi don't have that momentum, they'll end up scoring just 150 and they'll just struggle to get to 150. But if they have like
Yeah.
that 10, 15, 20 runs over, like how yesterday, like Stoinis got going, right? That
Yeah.
actually helped them to chase down the total. So
Not now.
Oh.
It's too soon for Roman Paul. Yeah.
okay, interesting.
Okay, so
He's
Piyush
popped
Chawla
out
is
early.
bowling the next over for sure.
Yeah.
I think it is a few overs too soon for Roman Powell.
You don't know. What if he has
What if he-
something in store?
I hope he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
some. भाई 3 मैचेस हो चुके हैं और अभी
1 year and 3 matches. Not
Last year he was
Oh.
not to the boundary. Nice start, bro.
140.
Our run rate 8.5 at the halfway mark. I will take it, man. Even though we have lost 3 wickets, जो पिछले 3 matches.
This is the most runs you have seen from
I think
Delhi.
I think so. I think so. This is their highest score at
Yeah.
the halfway mark.
So we have another comment which is, Sarfraz is a hook. Any of his shots are horrifying to watch. Can't play fast bowling. Mark would scare the
Dude, the what?
shift out of him. Can't play straight. Yeah, I mean,
See, I think it's that the poor guy hasn't got enough games, to be very honest. It's just the first time that he's got a consistent run.
And then everyone was struggling against Mark Wood that day. So that is a pretty harsh criteria to judge him. In fact, I will give him brownie point for the shot that he managed to play that day.
Yeah, and to get out on that shot also requires guts to play it first.
Exactly. So
not everybody struggles against Mark Wood. Somebody can come and score
Virat
2 sixes
Kohli
of
is the-
no. Somebody not Virat Kohli. Somebody can score 2
Not
sixes
Virat
and 3 balls. So it's not everybody. But yeah, I mean,
Good flex. Very good
Nikhil,
flex.
in this Delhi setup, where would you ideally place Sarfraz? Would you ask him to open the innings because that again might help because he's opened in the past for Delhi as well? Or would you say that no, you're playing at number 5 or number 3? What kind of role would you give to him?
So I'd give him number 3. 10 games straight in, give him that spot, and just ask him to be as natural as he can be. And see, everybody gets out to good bowling, and that's okay. There like even in the team that every team that is playing now, you can count 2 to 3 weaknesses for every possible batter. So it's not something new. It's just how you counter. Hopefully, as I said, Sarfraz, this is the first time Sarfraz got a good run, and it can be overwhelming for anyone because he is under more pressure to come good because he knows he may not get a chance ever again. So in that sense, I would have actually given him the number 3 spot. That go out there, enjoy. You have 3, 4, 5 of international players, while Shub can continue to say all is well. While Robin is countering Piyush. See, as long as he doesn't sweep from the stumps, I think he's fine. Bas बाकी तो 158 Piyush वाला डालेगा 130 140 on the stumps. That's what he can do.
Yeah, but then if you
that's out.
लेग स्पिन खेलना है यार क्या बिल्कुल वही फ्रंट फुट सामने टंगा के
Sorry. I mean, we could see this coming. Everybody could see this coming, but
Chawla was the only bowler that he needed to see.
But Warner is asking to review.
5 पे यार आज.
Oh, are they gonna waste a review?
They have wasted a review as well. They have wasted a power hitter as well.
Yeah.
भाई क्यों भेजा यार सीधा अक्षर को भेजते ललित यादों को सेंड कर सकते.
Akshar is a very good shot. I mean, he can actually play spin well. Just use him.
If Gurkirat joins in now, be prepared for a long rant of criticizing Papa Ponting again. That फिर से गलत नंबर पे भेजा.
He said no, मेरा पापा नहीं है.
गलती से बैट आ जाता.
is that a H? No, na? No. I think that's clear.
Yeah, it's gone. That's not even bounced, so it's dead as daylight.
Yeah, like how many times you are going to make the same mistake? Yeah, last year they also they promoted Powell against Bishnoi. Same dismissal happened.
Same kind of bowlers.
मुझे यहाँ बैठे बैठे पता है क्या होने वाला है. Ponting तुझे नहीं पता क्या उधर.
Yeah.
It was like okay. I think that was still like I actually felt turned a lot.
Yeah.
I such a team.
Come on, channel your inner DC fan and go on.
I would have, but मेरी body में भी इतनी energy नहीं है. I was at rest for a few days, and after this, I don't want to waste whatever little energy that I've gathered on this shit tactics from Ponting and Delhi Capitals.
So at subject कुछ महसूस नहीं कर पा रहा, we can introduce.
महसूस बहुत कुछ कर रहा हूँ मैं, express नहीं कर पा रहा.
I thought you could not feel it also.
I'm like मैं क्या बोलूँ कौन सी गली तुमको अकल है पर तुमको नहीं अकल है.
Yeah, you can pick the best of ones. I think Gurkirat is waiting for us. Producer, time to add him on.
Time to have a long rant on Ponting.
Yes. I'll watch him from background. Good luck.
Good luck. We all can mute ourselves for a while. Gurkirat, take the show away.
Come on. Yes, let's go. Rant.
What a 1 second. Gurkirat's entry point today has been much better than Powell's entry point in this game, bro.
That's always been the case. Powell's entry point or any player who can hit pace being promoted to play spin. This is ridiculous. I've never been so happy to miss Delhi games as what I have been in this season. I mean, the world knew that Powell will be out to spin, and he was promoted when 3 overs of spin were still to be bowled. मतलब अब तो ये भी पता लग गया कि गलतियां क्या होंगी. At least make better mistakes. At least make different mistakes. Copybook mistakes.
At least.
अब तो पता है I have reached a point where I'm like यार मैं क्या outrage करूँ इस पे. कुत्ते की पूंछ सीधी हो सकती है, मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा. कुत्ते की पूंछ सीधी हो सकती है, but दिल्ली की थिंक टैंक की मिस्टेक्स सेम की सेम रहेगी, कभी नहीं बदलने वाली.
Gurkirat is also out of words right now, just like me. कि भाई express क्या करे अब भाई?
No, I'm just imagining if Gurkirat is out of words, how bad should that decision making be?
यार.
Like I said, like there's a saying in Hindi कि you know if someone's stubborn, right, you say कि ये कुत्ते की पूंछ है. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कुत्ते की पूंछ कभी सीधी हो सकती है, पर दिल्ली के टैक्टिक्स नहीं इंप्रूव होने वाले.
I mean, we were just discussing before Powell's entry point that at least use Akshar Patel much better. You know that he is the only other batter who's capable of scoring something against spin here, and you're deciding him to not at all play versus spin. That's
ललित यादव को भेज सकते थे. I mean, अभिषेक पोरेल को सेंड करते थे भाई. I would have been okay. Powell, this was a perfect game for Powell to play in the last 5 overs because Mumbai's pace attack is not up to the mark.
Just feel
Small ground as well, and अगर एक बार spin हट जाता है रास्ते से, I mean, it was going to be
yeah.
a game for Powell, but 4 runs.
Nice. Finally, he gets a boundary.
Warner भाई है भाई, बस और कोई.
It's Warner and others. No, but I mean, how can you underutilize Akshar Patel this much? That's like
This is like wasting 2 resources. Akshar Patel's batting talent plus
Roman Powell.
I mean, what the
Ponting hits the target. 2 in 1.
Oye,
Can DC have their assistant coaches play on the field? Need Watson in the middle.
Assistant coaches है, फिर भी कोई एक ढंग का decision नहीं ले सकता. That's a waste of money as well again. Bishnoi twice.
Yeah, I mean, दादा गंगुली खुश नहीं लग रहे डगआउट में. पापा पॉन्टिंग से बन नहीं रहे.
I have never seen Ponting and Ganguly talk to each other in the dugout though.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's got. Oh, what an attempt! Brilliant attempt.
But Chawla again.
Lalit Yadav is getting a proper earful from Warner. It's like, watch me, don't watch the ball. Yeah, gives the Dhoni vibe.
Manish Pandey.
Yeah,
Manish Pandey
Bhutni wale vibe. Yeah.
Okay, so Sahil Nagdev goes to say, I know Ruzu was a failure, but a team that has so many good Indian pacers, why would fit into overseas pacers? Even Phil Salt would have won.
Yeah.
I kind of agree, but I think it was a decision forced by Khalil Ahmed's injury. He has suffered a hamstring niggle, and I think he will be out for the season as well. He could be. Oh, what was this man?
Yeah, this is terrible ball watching. Warner, yeah.
Bro, just imagine if Warner was run out on this after.
Warner wouldn't have been run out. Lalit Yadav would have gone, then Warner would have been even more furious. He's like, yeah, for lack of words, Bhutni ke.
I think Warner would have released himself from the captaincy of Delhi Capitals from here then.
Yeah, do you remember the season where like he had to watch it from hotel? He would do it to himself. He'll be like, I don't want to play. Let me go back. Watching Mishra Ji, Chawla can play. Yeah, six is like, I think, underestimating Chawla.
As long as captains like, coaches like Ponting will keep making these mistakes, so Chawla can also continue play.
Yeah.
That still makes me laugh how Avesh Khan threw his helmet. You remember 2010 IPL Dhoni against Punjab at Dharamshala. He scored those sixes
and then
even then, after winning the game on his own, Dhoni just did this. Avesh Khan is like next step ahead.
He didn't even connect
the ball.
Exactly.
Ran somehow to the other end in a crowd of RCB fielders and then just throws his helmet like his Rajinikanth or something.
I would understand if it was a Delhi batter or a Mumbai batter because you have not got any points. But it's Lucknow. I mean, you're bound to win games.
So Warner, I think, is trying to be more proactive right now, especially against Green, which makes a lot of sense as well. I mean, he's their sixth bowler right now, so better target him. I wish Robin Powell was still
Yeah.
गुरकीरत ब्रो निशब्द हो चुके हो बिल्कुल क्या बोलोगे
I'm just figuring out कि हो क्या रहा है यार ये and I'm this close to using unparliamentary language. I'm just avoiding it and that's why I'm silent because I really can't make sense of it anymore. यार 3 season हो गए. How can you keep promoting a batter when there are 3 overs left of spin? It's ridiculous. It's amateurish. it's just stupid. And stupidity is something which you would have said it the first time, because you expect coaches at this level to know what they are doing, or at least know the strengths and weaknesses of their players. But this is probably the third or the fourth time when Powell has been sent into to play spin, and it's not worked out. I don't know.
So 2021, Marcus Stoinis was sent to face Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan on one leg against Kolkata, and it cost us big time last
Even
year again.
I think in 2020 IPL as well, in one of the games against Mumbai, he was sent up at number 3, and that failed. Stoinis against spin. So it's like,
Last year as well, I remember.
Last year it happened twice. Last year Powell was promoted against Lucknow with Bishnoi to bowl. Three overs of Bishnoi were remaining, and yeah, I mean,
okay. Gurkirat, do you have any comments on this? How come Ponting keeps making the same mistake? A lot of tactics. Nice. I mean, I'm guessing this is a nice use of Aksar's batting. So, yeah,
see,
again.
if you want to be oblivious to your shortcomings, then you can keep making the same mistakes. He's oblivious to his mistakes. I mean, that's all I have to say, because this is I have a feeling that this season will be worse than 2018.
Ooh, what a ball! And he is de-aging. Piyush Chawla takes a third.
That's a very good
That's
ball,
it's a proper googly.
ललित भाई तुम किसको गाली देंगे ये समझ नहीं आ रहा यार.
You can say, you want to say something, Lalit?
वो सब लोग समझ गए होंगे. But I'm like यार सबके सब मिलके इतना खराब कैसे कर सकते हो यार.
You said Mumbai had the worst bowling attack.
This
Talk now.
reminds me of my engineering days जहाँ पे वो 5 बंदों का हमारा ग्रुप हुआ करता था प्रोजेक्ट वाला, और 5 में से कोई भी कुछ करके नहीं आता था. एंड आई वाज लाइक सब लोग मिलके कंसिस्टेंटली इतना खराब कैसे कर सकते हो. दिल्ली आर जस्ट एग्जैक्टली द सेम दिस सीजन सो फार. आई मीन आई हैड लो एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम देम, बट व्हाट द हेल. This is
just Ponting saying don't have expectations. What is low expect? Don't have
उसमें और खराब करेगा वो.
Yeah, and your tagged player Aman Hakim Khan was supposed to be the
ultra impressive.
Yeah.
Ultra ridiculous Ponting has been himself. Okay, hopefully Akshar Patel now, भाई भगवान के लिए.
I mean, Mustafizur is not a bad shot.
Okay, what are the?
What have we witnessed? 13th over. See, right entry point.
No, but he should have been. He should have come in when Powell came in, when Yash Dhul was dismissed, and then his entry was delayed by sending in Lalit. I mean, with all due respect to with all due respect to Piyush Chawla, with all due respect to Piyush Chawla, you can't be giving 3 wickets to him in his 4 overs.
Nearly a fourth.
Imagine Piyush Chawla out bowling Kuldeep Yadav.
Today, what a...
that will happen. That will happen.
What?
भाई स्वीप मारना था यार इस बॉल पे. छोड़ो, इसको क्या ही बोलूं.
So, I'm guessing Delhi will employ Mustafizur as a left-arm spinner and have a gripping properly.
Use in the same way. So, Diu na aa jaye yaar.
Imagine Nokia running fast and just bowling off-cutters.
Chawla, bro, 3 for 18. I mean, giving competition to Amit Mishra, who is the better veteran spinner this season.
Mishra is like 1 decade older than. Mishra is criminal. I mean, that's what I was thinking the other day, that because of the new rule, right? You can have these kind of players. See, Chawla can bowl.
Oh, don't be out. 4 runs.
4. So players like Chawla, right, can bowl 4 overs and just get out. That's all. They don't have to
I
field.
think he's going to be subbed out. No, but Chawla can bat.
I know. No, I'm saying like players like him, like Amit Mishra, bowl 4 overs, get out. That's all. Ambati Raidu just come out to bat. Don't field at all. So it's like if used properly, you can actually maximize resources, which Delhi are not doing. But
maximizing, they are minimizing their resources as much as possible.
Yeah, I think For the first time in a long time, we have had Gurkirat speechless.
Like he were करे तो करे क्या कहे तो कहे क्या वाह पॉन्टिंग जी वाह यार मेरा भी रिएक्शन वैसे ही यार एक ही गलती करते रहता है यार
See, I come prepared. I for every DC game day I am prepared to see stupid tactics, and I'm like, चलो गलतियां कर लो कोई बात नहीं. At least make a different mistakes for
Bro,
for.
tell me one thing. What is your schedule for the upcoming Delhi games? Are you going to watch them or attending more functions and reserving yourself from the mockery?
सोच रहा हूँ नए रिश्तेदार बना लूं.
Exactly. भाई मुझे भी ऐसा ही कुछ करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ये तो यार पूरा सीजन अभी 4 ही मैचेस हुए यार, not even halfway through, and I'm like,
See, I was just saying, in 20, this is going to be worse than 2018. 2018, at least you had fine talents to look forward to. There was Prithvi, there was Pant,
Oh,
there
you
was
have
Shreyas.
now. Tilak Verma
oh,
is
TU
bowling.
आ गया. Oh, why you got to start?
Even that turned after going plus.
There was Abhishek Sharma. कुछ तो था ना देखने लायक. There was something to watch. There was Lami Chane. He was an upcoming talent. अभी इस वक्त मैं किसको देखूं? क्या देखूं मैं? आज today I have a very good feeling that I will watch Nokia come in and bowl in the slot outside off stump to Kishan, with Kishan just throwing his bat at everything and connecting it, because Kishan has got the better of Nokia on many occasions. So
So Pranav Anand goes on to comment saying Akshar Patel be like पिछले 2 महीनों से collapse के बाद ही आता हूँ, पहले आते तो विराट कोहली रन आउट करवाते थे.
I mean, this season has gone like I expected them to do poorly, but not this poorly that Warner will struggle to score quickly. मतलब
What?
I said मार but Yorker निकली वो.
Even Tilak Verma is having a laugh right now with how he is bowling.
Just wait and watch for Lalit Yadav's match-winning spell today.
Yeah.
5 for 2 runs.
Look at that off spin.
Oh. भाई तू खेल यार, तू 20 ओवर खेल, तेरे को कोई स्ट्राइक रेट के लिए कुछ नहीं बोलेगा, तू खेल.
Yeah, so the stat was that only 2 DC batters in this entire season had scored more than 50 runs. One was Warner, the second was Akshar Patel, and then there are others.
Oh,
I mean,
please don't be out.
That's
Yes.
bad fielding. Could have saved it.
Rohit Sharma is angry as if he would have saved that one that long on.
That's why he's not standing there. He knows I can. Yeah.
As a captain, he also has the excuse that okay, I need to be in constant conversation with the bowler as well.
Yeah, and he's proper entertaining. Like look at Rohit Sharma. Every time you just look at him, no, you're like, oh, abhi to gali aane wali hai. You're like, you know that it's just loading.
You know the how to put it. I mean, both Kohli and Rohit are quite expressive on the field. The difference only, and I just love that how they bring out their inner self, their native place in the way
they greet opponents.
They greet opponents and all. So so that is a fun way. I mean, good up on the cameraman to keep the camera on them.
Yeah. We have a question for Gurkirat. It's please name your ideal DC 11 out of this squad.
Ideal DC 11. I mean, it is harder than times right now.
There is no ideal 11. Ideal 11 should have one player named Inshallah, because that's how the season is for Delhi. But okay, I'll still try. For starters, I wouldn't have had Warner as the captain. I've said this before. I'm not comfortable with the idea of an overseas captain anyway, let alone when a player is on a decline like how Warner has been for a year and a half. But yeah, my ideal 11.
Yeah.
सीधे शॉट लग नहीं रहे, उल्टे कहाँ से लग जाएंगे? So, but the team that I would have started with, with Warner there in the squad is Warner, Shaw. I'd have one of Manish or Manish or Dhul at 3, Sarfaraz at 4, Marsh at 5, Powell 6, Akshar 7. I think that is the best 11. You can change around a few positions. You can, if Warner's not doing well, you can replace him with you can replace him with you can replace him with Salt. I am not really comfortable with Rosso opening because Russo really struggles against spin. If you are out of patience with Prithvi, you can move Pandey to open, or may move Dhul to open and have the other at 3. Uh, Sarfraz at 4. Like I said, so that is my top 7. Uh, with the impact player, if you're batting first, you can have Lalit at 8, and then Kuldeep, Nokia, and one other Indian pacer who starts with, like, I'd start with Khalil there, with Khalil ahead in the pecking order, and then everyone else. And as an impact player, then depending upon the situation, you can bring in a bowler.
Shot. Abbe carry kar jao, yes. This is why he should have come in earlier, but chalo theek hai. So Kirat, continue.
So that's what I would have started with. But yeah, there is no ideal 11, honestly, because whichever 11 you play, it's going to have gaping holes in some way or the other. Like the 11 that they played today, it looks good on paper, but your number 3 struggles against spin. Manish Pandey could have been out a lot more earlier. He would not have been, if he would have not been lucky, he wouldn't have had those
Back has to
Ooh, just over the fielder.
back to back sixes, bro. It feels like a dream. भाई मैंने सपने में सोचा नहीं था वे 4 मैचेस और बैक टू बैक सिक्सेस देख. पिछले मैच में एक छक्का नहीं था आफ्टर बैटिंग 20 ओवर्स. सो दिस इज लाइक great
Bonus,
progress.
right? Yeah.
Bonus 5 bites, back to back sixes.
What a shot. What a shot.
Robin Powell in this IPL versus spin 3 innings, 2 runs, 6 balls, dismissal 3, average 0.7, strike rate 33.3.
You can't really make this up. I mean, 0.7 average is like, at least get a run. At least
Get a run. भाई एक रन तो है ना एक dismissal पर. शाहिद अफरीदी भी शर्म के मारे क्या ही बोलूं मैं.
You know, the sad part is, talking about the squad, this team has Praveen Dubey and Vicky Oswald as 2 spinners, 2 backup spinners, and I don't think even bringing them as an impact player on pitches where turn is on offer would be up for discussion, given how, you know, how unfair the franchise can be on youngsters. So, like I said, nothing is surprising anymore.
कुछ भी हो सकता है. Warner 48 of 41. I don't mind this at all. So 10 overs, they were 85 for 3. 38 runs in last 5 overs for loss of 2 wickets. Not that bad. Actually, pretty bad. वो 2 छक्के नहीं आते तो पता नहीं क्या ही होता. Okay, so last 5 overs, we have double substitution in our studio. So Mesh and Amanish are ready to hop back on. Hopefully, they will take Delhi to a good end. Otherwise, I will hear it.
that I said, take Delhi to greater heights.
Greater heights.
Boy, give it in! Please give it in! Please give it, leave it. This is not the most important goal, but if and not just when oh, he's done well to change the bounce. Oh, he's put it down. Bowling!
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the death overs. The big boys in me, Avni Shegde and Somesh Agarwal. I say that very politely to, of course, Shobhan Akash, who've done their job well in the spin overs. 124 for 5. Warner and Akshay. Warner getting to yet another IPL 50 plus score. I think he's got about, 7 lakh 50 plus scores in the IPL by the looks of it. But Cam Green.
60 seconds.
Okay, Akshay is showing why he can be Delhi's second best batter, I should say. 22 of 11. He's adding impetus to this Delhi.
मुझे समझ में नहीं आता अक्सर नेट्स में क्या करता है.
Why is he second best?
David Warner.
What are you
No.
talking about? David
No.
Warner has the most painful.
Akshar is Delhi's best batter right now. It's not David Warner.
Okay, so Gurkiat, you tell me from a Delhi fan perspective, why don't they promote Akshay then if he's the best batter?
उसे खुद नहीं पता.
I mean, Papa Ponting, he's played so much of cricket, he's led the best Australian team, but
अभी गुरकीरत बोल रहा हूँ पापा पंडित जाएंगे, मेरा पापा बैठा होता तो जरूर मैं बोल देता कि भैया आंसर ऊपर भेज दो दादा, क्या कर क्या रहे हो तुम.
No, but it
But
really
I mean,
makes
Okay,
sense.
I'm going to quote. I hope there are few people watching who know a little bit of Punjabi cinema. But so there's this movie, Carry On Jatta. It's a hilarious movie. It's a Punjabi movie. In that movie, there's an argument between a son and a father, and eventually the son ends up saying कि something on the lines कि कभी कुछ होता है तो I just say कि ये मेरे दूर के डैडी हैं. तो the next time you're gonna say पापा Ponte, I'm just gonna say ये कोई दूर का पापा है. अगर मेरा असली पापा होता मैं तो यही बोलता है मेरे कोई दूर का पापा है. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like when I came on, and Pavel had just been dismissed, I didn't know what to say for the next 7 minutes, because I was just shocked that how could you be so stupid. And I've never really tweeted something on the lines that I've tweeted today. I've actually tweeted that कुत्ते की पूंछ सीधी होने का चांस है इस फ्रेंचाइज का थिंक टैंक का सीधा मतलब गलतियां रिपीट करने का चांस नहीं है, because everyone that Powell with 3 overs of spin remaining was a bad call. You just did that because you
Short boy.
मतलब अंधे हो क्या यार? This guy is playing batting like a dream. What? Oh my god.
And that too,
I
he's
mean,
done it for India as
the
well.
point is, this is the reason. This is the sole reason why every time people feel कि चेन्नई कुछ नहीं करेगा, player नहीं है, but उनके पास common sense है. And over the years, we know that every season 3-4 teams will turn up who just lack common sense, and that just makes it 1 in 6 or 4 out of 6 contests for Chennai. And this is why they have the record. Even in years when they have mediocre 11s or 15s, they still end up in top.
Yeah, I mean, Delhi is hands down. Delhi between 2018 to this season, even though they have 3 playoffs, they still should go down as amongst the stupidest franchises in the tournament, just because of the same mistakes that they keep on repeating. How do you promote Rovman Powell at number 5 when you know there are 3 overs of spin left to be bowled? You did not, and after once he was dismissed, you promoted another right-handed batter because you wanted to maintain a left-hand right-hand combination. Akshar only came in because the other options were Abhishek Purell, who's another left-hander. So there was no other option. That is why I understand matchups, I understand left-hand right-hand combination, but at the end of the day you still have to trust in quality. How could you be so stupid? The last game at Delhi, they did not bowl Akshar at all. How can you bowl Mitchell Marsh on this pitch 4 overs and not bowl Akshar 1 over at all?
So I mean that means Akshar is actually playing as a specialist batter and still batting at 7. So this is the height of stupidity which is going on. But by the way, Warner did not celebrate his 50. Neither does he deserve to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he does want to celebrate his 50 because, look, more importantly, he wants points for his team. And that's what we're asking tonight in that little graphic, as you can see there. Who will register their first win tonight? Let us know in the comments below. And let us know who you're supporting, because obviously I'm surrounded by a Delhi Capital fan, Gurkirat, and Mumbai Indian fan in Somesh. I've always wanted to say that. But, like, look, jokes apart, though, how much will they also get? Because 16 overs gone, 136 for 6 is the score. Sorry, for 5, beg your pardon. For 5, right? Yeah, for 5. So I'm just thinking 180 might trouble Mumbai. But again, if you look at Delhi's bowlers, there's no real hope.
180 तो नहीं बन रहे.
No?
I don't think so.
44 from the last 4?
I would say more rather 34 from the last 4.
Okay, 34, because Delhi, I don't think have any factors potentially. What are the potential impact subs? I know Tim David is the inevitable one for Mumbai, but Gurkirat for Delhi, any impact subs you reckon?
I think Sakaria will come in.
Yeah.
Sakaria might come in, or they could even send. No, they could even have Ishan Sharma. I don't know, or because they already have Mustafizur, who's a left arm pacer. So, or it could be Nagar Koti. We'll have to see. Can't really be sure.
Just before we get back into the action, Gurkirat, because me and Somesh were kind of picking the bones about Prithvi Shaw earlier on, and we're going to be talking to his batting coach. In fact, his childhood coach, Prashant Shetty, who will join us in a bit as well. So it'll be intriguing to pick his mind. What about Shaw for Delhi for the rest of the season? How do you handle him? I know Delhi don't have anyone performing for them. So do you kind of just tell Shaw, listen, do whatever you want this season. No one's going to say anything, at least from a franchise perspective, and hope to get the best out of him that way. Because what else do you do?
And also, before you answer that question, there is a question that we have been asking everyone since this game began. Is Shaw among the top 10 openers in the country right
No, no. You can't be averaging 25 at the
now?
IPL level.
I think that that's a 5-0 no. So he's not even among the top 10. So my only point was that let's stop giving so much power to him.
No, it'll be interesting to see what his coach says, because his coach will obviously
No,
say,
see,
yeah.
see, you have to look at his you have to look at his numbers. He's averaging under 25 in the IPL, right? And his strike rate might be great, but he's there as a specialist batter who's opening the innings. So
Yeah.
you need a minimum average of 30, I believe, and 30 is really the bare minimum. The expectation should actually be higher. But if you're not going to average 25, you might as well, you're not a number 7, number 8 batter that your average is, or number 6 batter. So your strike rate can be great, but if you're not going to last long enough to make any impact, what is the use of that strike rate? So I thought today he started well. In all honesty, I thought he was looking to get his eye in, and he did not play a cross batted stroke. One ball to by Cameron Green did rise up to him, and he just nudged it for a single. So I thought he started off well. Was slightly unlucky because he went after the right matchup, and he found the tallest fielder there. So probably today he was unlucky, but we are talking about a sample space of 70 odd games, and in those 70 odd games, yeah, if your average is not even 25 in the IPL, it's a problem. You really can't blame selectors for not selecting him. Ruturaj is doing well. Even Abhishek Sharma is doing better. I don't know why Hyderabad are not finding a place for him. But no, he's short.
Brilliant stuff.
Six,
This is
bye.
Akshar Patel. I mean, he's just been doing the rescue job for India, but now it carries on in Delhi colours as well. I'm sure Gurkirat will be pretty happy.
We're talking about Abhishek Sharma. I think Markram mentioned after the last game that they feel he's not match fit. He didn't say that there is an injury, but they feel that he is nursing an injury. He's fit from an injury, but still he has to be 100% to be match fit.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know.
He's gone downtown again, and he could be held out.
Bhai.
It's hit Surya Kumar Yadav, I think it is, had long gone in the face and ricocheted over, hit the boundary for 6.
Sums up Mumbai Indians in the last 2-3 years.
I mean, it does, but 1 second, let's just not make any jokes about it right now. Hope he's fine, because that could be taken in the eye, so if my eyesight serves me correctly, because it was
But
a
now you're just
simple
making me feel bad.
No, not at all. Not to put so much shame. Because for a second I was like, okay, let's watch it in the slow-mo. Oh, it's hit him. It's hit him bad. That I don't know where, but that's.
Do you think he probably lost it in the lights somewhere?
I think he lost in the lights. You're spot on, Gurkirat. And Shivam Katsal, I know you're being patient there with your question. We'll take that much
तो
more.
कोटला में ये भी इशू है फील्डर के आंख में लाइट भी पड़ती है क्यों ये ग्राउंड व्हाई डज इट एग्जिस्ट
वैसे this is something that happens a lot at Mohali. It's not something that I've seen regularly at Kotla, but this might have been the odd case, because I don't know. It just felt like because Surya Kumar Yadav is usually a very, very safe catcher.
Correct. And I remember Virat Kohli in the RCB Mumbai game in last year, was it, where he took one under the eye? I think that was it mid-off, where he dropped a catch and he went like Australian style and it took him in the eye. But hope Surya Kumar is fine. By the looks of things, it's fine. But this could be deemed as a concussion sub.
Yeah, of
Right?
course. Yeah,
So-
but I mean, you can't substitute Surya Kumar Yadav. The only substitute for him is Rahul Tripathi.
Or if they can just change the Devil Brevis's passport to India, maybe in this.
उससे भी नहीं होगा भाई, उससे भी नहीं होगा. Not
Anyway,
in this game.
150's come up for Delhi boys. Somesh reckon 170 initially at the top of the show. Paji, will you be there for tomorrow's game? Saying Akshit, Tadich, we're doing the Chennai.
Yeah, I'll be there. Now you only need to question about my availability on DC game days. Who knows? I might just find new relatives who might have, some wedding or some other function or some other.
Son or daughter.
No, but I mean, from a Delhi perspective, you're liking this, right? Because you anyway want Ponting to get the axe. So
Yeah, I mean that's the see. for that to happen, I have to watch 10 more games of this these blunders every game. it, it's
But yeah,
not good
Delhi
for
hands down has been the most unwatchable side so far. I mean, they bat so laboriously. अक्सर end में आके थोड़ा बहुत मार देता, but I mean, it's just 14-15 overs. It's like watching a team जो it's definitely like it doesn't belong at this level.
Correct.
and
they're Akshar also not is not going to do well every day. It's not possible for him. Last game he came into bat when the match was almost finished. Like he correct. So
was
how do you maximize his batting order then? Because I know it's almost a game of musical chairs right
it's
now.
simple. It's not too
Now,
difficult. Send him at number 5 at least.
no, forget
I can
Akshay. I'm
understand.
just saying, tell me this, right? Who are your top 4 overseas picks if you were Papa Ponting? And also, how would your batting order be? Because Phil Salt's a good shout, dude. You're trying everyone. You may as well give the Englishman a chance.
See, one thing is that like coming to the Akshar question, he can't bat above 5 because you have so many top 3 players in the 11 anyway. So your top 4 will even whatever top 4 you play, at least one batter will be batting out of position. That is a given. Uh, and again, I mean, you uh, Russo played what? Yeah, Russo. You've dropped Russo after 3 games. Probably could have given him another game, but because I don't know what purpose does playing Mustafizur serve today, given he will not be in the 11 once Marsh is back. So with everyone available, my ideal 11 is something that I have spoken of. It would be Shaw and Warner at three, as the openers, one of Manish Pandey or Dhul at number 3, Sarfraz at 4, Marsh at 5, Powell at 6, Akshar at 7, with the condition that if 3 wickets have fallen inside the 10 overs and spin is to be bowled, send Akshar at 5. Save Marsh and Powell for the last 5-6 overs, wherein their raw power and their game against pace can be used, can be used, and then you can have a good finish. So that is my top 7. If you don't want to play Warner, you drop him and play Phil Salt. I'm not making a case for Rosso because he really struggles when the ball is swinging. If you want to, if you're done with Shaw, you can have Manish Pandey or Dhul play as an opener, or you can even have Sarfaraz play as an opener and then adjust one of Manish or Dhul at 4. So there's that. But yeah, that would be my top 7, like the 7 batters that I'd like to go in. Lalit Yadav could be number 8, because you ideally with the impact player rule you want a batting option at 8 as well. So yeah, that could be the batting order. But even this batting order will have a lot of will have a lot of issues because barring Akshar, there's if you're not playing, if Dhul's been dismissed early or Sarfraz is dismissed early, the entire batting order is very susceptible to playing spin. So
And I
there's
think
that issue.
Yazdul, you can't really say, right? इस level पे तो उसने खेला नहीं है तो for anyone to establish that yeah
I'm not talking about Dhul. I'm saying if Sarfraz, Dhul, with a player like Dhul, whatever you get, even if he can give you say an average of 30 and a strike rate of 130, you should take it because it's his first debut season. He's 21, 22, or even he's 20, I think. Yeah. So you should take that with Dhul. You shouldn't really have any expectations from Dhul to begin with.
Yeah, and look, Delhi Capital fans, if you guys are watching, I really sympathize with you all because the 7 batters that Gurkirath has just named still doesn't give me conviction, even as a neutral fan. But look, they only can do with what they have right now in terms of resources.
That's why I said when Shub and Akash were there and they asked me about my 11 shot.
In 1 second, we just have to stand and applaud this man because he's got a 50 in just 22 balls. That's brilliant from Akshar Patel. Now 180, maybe potentially so 185, 190 Beckons. I mean, it's quite crazy how one batter can really change it up. Is this a reality check for Ricky Ponting? Surely it has to be. And it's a no ball. I mean, you can't expect Riley Meredith to bowl no balls, right? He's your international pro. I mean, Ritik Shawkeen was
we are just
enough.
watching just 2 very mediocre teams in action right now.
And it's
Tactically, basics, सब कुछ मतलब I mean, I don't know.
Tactics wise, squad construction wise, captaincy wise, extremely
Everything.
mediocre.
And delivery by captains and captains being the burden for their teams. I mean, so identical.
True. And generally, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
go on.
to just this is a fantastic point by Somesh. If you look at man to man, there is so much similarity between Mumbai and Delhi in this tournament. Warner and Rohit are both struggling. Both are like stalwarts of the game now towards the end of their careers. There's Kishan, who has a lot of potential, but he's been struggling. Shaw has potential, but he's struggling. You look at the bowling lineup. There's one good overseas pacer, and Mumbai. The only thing where I think Delhi are better than Mumbai is that Delhi have a better spin attack.
Yeah, but that is on paper, right? I mean, because Aksar, as a bowler, has not turned up for 1.5 seasons now. Kuldeep Yadav, I mean, truth be told, because Kuldeep Yadav is a novelty, everyone wants him to perform. But more often than not, Kuldeep Yadav has more bad games than good ones, which is
100%. I thought everyone
pretty high than other spinners.
I thought everyone jumped the gun with Kuldeep in the last season. He did take 20 wickets, but 8 out of them came versus Kolkata. And outside of those two games, his economy rate was also, his economy rate in the combined economy rate in the remaining 12 games was around 9. So there's that. And then,
my opinion, as of now, if you take both sides together, the best spinner is not playing. Kumar Karthik.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. And it's shocking that Mumbai have left him out as well. But
this is where, I mean, tactically blunders में तो दोनों team भगवान है भाई अभी.
And it's crazy because Mumbai actually haven't changed personnel. So I don't know who's taking the shots there. Maybe it's just, it can't be bad luck for sport.
It is not bad. Like, Mumbai have been stupid clearly.
Right.
They passed. I mean, they struggled in the 2021 season. That's
so
fine.
If Bumrah was playing, would it be like paper over the cracks?
How? I mean, just take 4 overs of Arshad out and Bumrah comes in. Okay, that's all. I mean, that makes up for 15 runs or so.
Yeah. Or there's a wicket here and Akshar goes. But he's played an absolute cameo if there ever was. 25 balls.
Mumbai will still need 2 overseas pacers. And they still won't have a lead spinner because they clearly don't trust.
So you're basically saying even if Bumrah was there, they would still be gaping holes.
Yeah.
100%.
Because there will be certain roles given to players who are not suited for that.
True.
I mean, both Mumbai and Delhi cannot use the absence of Bumrah and Pant as an excuse for how disastrous of a season that they're going to have, because there have been gaping holes in the squad. Like, for example, and I'm sorry that I keep going back to this, you cannot have 9 players who will bat in the top 3 in a squad of 25, and out of those 9 players, half of them are overseas. Your 50% of overseas quota has been exhausted in getting top 3 players. Why? What are you thinking? So it's just ridiculous how both these teams have gone about their squad construction. Delhi might reach 180 here, 190 here, but it's not something that is not chaseable, especially if Sky has a good game, and I see Tim David coming in.
Yeah.
Tim David is a potential option. They were
definitely. I mean, that's how they'll use.
No, because I think one of the comments said Tristan Stubbs, but I agree with you completely. Tim David, because
and I mean, more importantly, what was I about to say? Completely forgot.
The train of thought just goes away. Abhishek Poral's come out of bat. By
I mean, this game, this DC innings seems like their innings against Gujarat. It seemed going nowhere, but then all of a sudden, Aksar played a cameo, and now they have something to defend at least.
Yeah. Let's see how much more they can pile on in the last 10 balls. Keep your comments coming through and like and share this particular video. Of course, cricket.com are doing other good things in terms of articles and features, which you guys can check out on the website, and lots of stats. We'll put out a few when we can in the mid-innings break, especially just to look back at some of the things. We're going to be talking to Prithvi Shaw and his childhood coach in just a bit. So if you're tuning in right now, stick around because there's some fascinating things going to hit your screen in the next 15-20 minutes. I hope, speaking of hitting, Delhi gets some hitting to get 190. Just makes the evening much more watchable. And I hope, fingers crossed, I know it's a battle of losers this, but hopefully it is super over day to day, which has, I mean,
Warner's
been done.
This will be gone.
Warner's been done by Berendorf.
Oh, finally.
And I can be kind of happy with that because Berendorf's my fantasy team, so get in there. But look, Warner's giving me the runs.
The vigil ends.
The vigil ends.
Yeah, Berendorf's my vice captain. I expected him to take wickets up front with the ball swinging, but yeah, I'll take this.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right, so Gukirat, we'll see you in the second innings, my friend. Good luck. Hopefully you have a good dinner as well, watching the Delhi boys defend whatever they get. And we'll see you soon, my friend.
I just hope someday, Delhi's think tank has something that I have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner so that, they don't make the same obvious blunders season after season.
Yeah.
Maybe that should help.
It is food for thought indeed. Right, so Gurkirat will join us in a bit. Warner departs as well as Gurkirat nods off. 47 balls for that 51.
I think Warner seasons this year is similar to what Virat had last season.
But at least Warner's scoring runs. Virat wasn't scoring runs.
That's not always a good thing. If you look at it, if someone is taking 47 balls to score 51 runs,
And that was
might as well have these 10 balls play. Abhishek Purel left play these 10 balls instead of Warner.
Is David Warner washed?
I don't
He's
know.
an IPL legend. He'll probably feature in a lot of IPL all-time 11s, but is he washed?
See, he got a test done like 4 months back. But as of now, I don't know. It looks like that he's clearly struggling as high pace. And that is where the issue is. Because there were some deficiencies which were always there.
But it's so unlike Warner, right? Because normally in his pomp, we've seen him smash the best of the best. And I don't know, David Warner fans out there, look, 62 plus 50s and all of that. But at the end of the day, you really want him to kind of go back to his best or maybe make way for some of the other young openers, overseas pros like Phil Salt, and let Akshar captain the side. There could be a wicket here it's suicidal running from Kuldeep Yadav. He came and went in a tiffy that. Literally, it was one stump to aim at.
A top over from Berendorf so far.
Very, very good over. 166 for 8. We were thinking 180, but they're pulling it back nicely, the Mumbai Indians.
Has there been an all-out in this season? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Bangalore against
Was that some sort of...
No, I was thinking because Delhi can be all-out now. Has there been an all-out in the first innings so far this season?
Yeah, I think there has.
Because Punjab were on the verge, but then Dhawan...
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, nahi, over my dead body.
Oh, correct. Who else was there? Punjab in that first innings against KKR?
I don't think so. There was an all-out.
There was not an all-out?
I don't think there has been an all-out in first innings so far this season.
Yeah, that's quite shocking then. Obviously, that's something to consider for the team management people, saying that, look, just go for it, hell for leather. Even if you end up at 196 for 9, it's better than ending up at 170 for 5, I'm guessing. That's the thought process. But sometimes that works funnily in cricket. But keep your comments coming through and predictions, because we have some goodie bags to offer in terms of the gift vouchers. Get in touch with us. If you guys get the score accurately, we promise to reach out with you. DM us on Twitter and we'll give you a $500 and $1,000 Amazon cash back. That's for sure. We have plenty of those lying around, and it might just make one of you guys literally do that. One are literally doing what KL was doing in PBKS. Wo kare to romance, ye kare to harassment.
I think there is a difference. KL was doing it despite having a lot of resources around him. Warner is doing without, because he doesn't have a lot of resources around him. Because people can actually defend what Warner is doing, and I will have some sympathy.
No, but you can't. If Warner was KL, like tonight, people have still gone mad. So
that is true, because up KL ki reputation, you know what it has become. But the thing here is, no one else is even staying there.
Yeah.
If you look at it, obviously everyone is missing Mitchell Marsh right now because he's not playing. Otherwise, the 2 games he played.
1 second, there's another wicket. Just sorry to interrupt you. 9 down, and yes, Berendorf getting 3 wickets for you.
Top over.
Yeah, Ponting sending another one out. They're not going to send Akshar in the top 5, so this is the ideal time for Bapu to start a non-cooperation movement.
I totally agree, Pranav. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So actually with Warner, no one is actually even staying there. Marsh abhi nahi hai, to sabko acha lag raha hai, but wo tha. He was one of in the long list of terrible batters for DC for 2 games. Yeah, truth be told, he was playing as if he's never played pace bowling before.
It's laughable.
And although his real struggle will be against spin.
Yeah. 1 second, have Delhi lost 4 wickets for like 1 run because they were 165 for 5. It's 166 for 9 now. Shocking, absolutely. But yeah, I think Mumbai, Som said anything under 170, they'll fancy their target. And remember, the impact sub is Tim David. So how they go about it?
Yeah, I'm just smirking right now because a few Delhi fans thought that this game is in their pocket.
Or like Shubi.
I don't want to name names.
Shubi was, of course, saying, "Ha, theek hai, Mumbai bhi bakwas hai," and I'm just like, "Yeah, bro, khud ka dekh lo, bhai, pehla."
Yeah, but I think Delhi are the only team which has both departments struggling.
Now,
I
speaking,
still feel Mumbai have firepower in batting.
yeah,
Suryakumar Yadav won't be out of form for the entire season, right? He will click.
what's the point of making that substitution? SS98, no point. There is no point.
ये क्यों करेंगे भाई? I don't tell that the innings is done.
Innings is done and dusted. SS98, it's done and dusted. Keep your comments coming through. We'll take them as we go along. So was mentioning just a while ago that no team has been bowled out so far in this year's tournament in the first innings. That could be happening right now with Delhi 166 for 9. And also let us know who will register their first win tonight. Will it be suddenly Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel dismantling Mumbai with their spin? Or will it be...
Yeah, I mean, that's a good
Rohit
point
Sharma?
actually. If Sky would have taken that catch, Delhi would have been 12 runs short.
That is true. That is true. So Meredith have finished proceedings right now. Can Delhi just get up to 170? It really doesn't matter from right now because they've really ended on a whimper, should I say, in this
And just
first innings.
No balls, Meredith.
Yeah,
Just keep it there.
no balls. I want to get the stats of the no balls by the Pacers and the spinners split. Sonny, if you're listening, just want to see who's been more criminal, the Pacers or the spinners. If the spinners are
definitely Pacers.
I know, but if the spinners are, it'll be shocking because I know a few spinners have already kind of overstepped the mark. Karan Sharma has overstepped the mark for RCB, if I remember correctly. Today we saw Ritik Shokeen doing it. Bhai, ye sahi hai. Sky failures equals out of the form. He'll come good. Marsh failures, he's been a terrible batter this season.
So are you saying that Sky and Marsh are equally capable batters?
Maybe.
If you feel that way, then obviously your assertion is correct because I don't feel the same way because Sky, in terms of potential, is far better than Marsh because Marsh has clear issues which Sky doesn't.
But
Marsh को बोलेगा सिर्फ pace bowling खेलनी मुझे spin नहीं खेलनी.
No, but you
But
mentioned
Sky doesn't work like that.
mentioned the word their potential. Who has the best potential in Indian T20 cricket right now?
Of course, Sky. I mean, why is that even a question?
So Sky is the best potential.
Yeah,
Okay. And who comes close in that chat?
Rahul Tripathi.
Rahul Tripathi. But
Yeah.
potential is very different from what they actually do out there. Sky's proved himself.
So is Tripathi. I mean, even on that Lucknow wicket, he didn't get out. He found ways to at least survive on that wicket because us match mein survival was the biggest win.
Yeah, I agree with you. But like, I just feel like potential is also an adjective which is used to obviously people like KL Rahul, Prithvi Shaw, pretty much every Indian opener. Potential sahi hai bande mein. Potential sahi hai. I mean, talent hai is bande mein.
Nee, but I mean,
they have to
put a life to that potential,
Correct,
right?
exactly.
Abhi tak bas itna
and only a
nahi hai.
handful have done that. Sky, Rahul Tripathi, of course, is done in the IPL. Hopefully, bowled him.
Meredith does a Nokia to Nokia.
Yep. 172 all out, Delhi and Ganguly in the
Pacers
mode.
about 21 overs compared to 2 spinner.
Just
Obviously,
2. So
172.
the 2 I named.
I think Mumbai will take it.
Yeah, they take it. 173 to win.
Mumbai's win for the taking, in my opinion. I think there was a comment by Pranav. Maybe we'll just take that before we get to speak to Shaw's childhood coach.
Shaw's childhood coach. I don't know why he pointed at me like as if I'm Shaw. But yeah, if he knows, he knows. By the way, keep your comments coming through. We'll of course connect to Mr. Prashant Shetty in just a bit, and it'll be fascinating to pick his mind because remember, he is someone who's known Prithvi Shaw for the longest time. He has said that Prithvi Shaw has targeted diary hundreds, at least in the domestic scheme of things. Let's see if he had that same thing to say in the IPL as well. Veera Reddy going on to say, what did Veera Reddy say? We'll come back to Pranav Anand. But Veera Reddy, if we can just take that comment again. Warner strike rate was getting dipped from 2020 and got worse 2021, except for the 2020 World Cup or T20 World Cup. He was never pre-COVID Warner, absolutely. I mean, he's come to the twilight end of his career. So essentially, he still has it in him, but like so mentioned, the struggles against high space.
I did not think Warner will struggle this much this
Yeah,
season.
that is true.
I actually fancied him because he's leading the side and Warner the captain. I like how Warner the captain is. But yeah, I mean, right now there's
And dude, like we've seen international overseas pros who've lit up the league before, namely Gale, De Villiers, who've also had, like Gale in the last couple of years, bro. It was so sad. It was so sad. Here's a lion of the IPL, and the last couple of years he felt like a little cat in a Sunday afternoon, not even like really giving his best. So maybe Warner's in that category. Let us know or disagree with us in the comments if you guys please do. But just looking back at that particular scorecard, 172, nothing to really write home about. And let's of course make this announcement right now because we have Prithvi Shaw's coach, childhood coach, joining us right now. I have no understanding of that handwriting which is going on. And let's, of course, get him on in terms of the CDC Watchalong right now. Prashant Shetty, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Really delighted to talk to you from cricket.com. Lots has been going on about your boy Prithvi Shaw. 34 runs so far in this year's IPL in 4 innings. And invariably, you don't really associate that with Shaw. But how do you kind of sum up his IPL so far?
No, it's not been great. Definitely not. So because we know he strikes at the rate of 150. So and team and the opponents also expect him to get to a fiery start. But that is how he actually plays. So it's not been great. Definitely not. You would have definitely first couple of games are really important when you enter into an IPL season. But he didn't get to a good start. So that's why I think he's struggling a little bit. It was good that way, but I think it could have been better.
What do you put that down to in terms of the techniques? A couple of similar dismissals to pacers and whatnot, and we've seen it in the past, right, where he just absolutely takes any opposition to the cleaners. But this time around, is there any sort of susceptibility you see in his game?
No, I don't think so. Actually, if you go to see, I know what you're coming to. Actually, the short ball and all, but he's always played short ball. And there are a lot of batters who do get out of short balls. While defending, also you tend to get out. So either front foot or back foot. So your anticipation is not that great, and maybe that could be also a reason. But I always felt that he plays the short ball well. Otherwise, we don't have survived at an international level, definitely, because you're found out too early if you're not player for bowling. But I felt last time I told him to, whatever you want to, you try to, go back. And I felt that he.
Right.
I think there's some network issue from
some
and
technical difficulties.
Yeah, maybe we'll add him again when the network is
for
all
sure.
right. A couple of things that actually I want to know from him. Ponting said after the last game that if you watch Shaw in nets, you'll feel like he's going to score the 100 in the next game because he looks so great.
Correct.
So I just want to know from him that, I mean, of course, nets and reality are different. My bigger question is something that everyone knows कि by left arm pace early on has dismissed him quite a few times. So how does he mentally prepare himself when he's out, getting out to bat against someone like Bolt or any other left arm pacer who has worried him in the past?
Yeah.
So that will be actually interesting to know.
Let's see how he answers that question if we can get that reconnection with Prithvi Shaw's coach, who's been with him since the good old days of Bandra. I was just kind of looking about Prashant Shetty and his story. I mean, he, I think, represented Tripura in Ranji, and he is a BCCL level 2 coach as well. So, yeah, lots to learn about coaches and Prithvi Shaw's particular coach over there. Right, just coming back to the game, 173 to, of course, win, thanks to Akshay Patel's 54. Quite brilliant. Your takeaways from the first half, the main ones, because essentially, again, showing you Delhi in poor tactics coming to the
Yeah,
floor.
I mean, more importantly, I mean, at this point of time, I don't know the reason why Akshar Patel is not given a longer run at number 5. He deserves to be batting 2 spots high. But there have been instances in the past when Akshar has been promoted, but he's failed. A couple of times he has been run out for India, and he did not click for Delhi once when he was promoted. But I think what he should be now given is a longer rope at that spot, because time and again he has delivered. And there is clearly more merit in promoting Akshar Patel at 5 and keeping Rahman Powell for the death overs. And second, I mean, I don't know, it won't happen, but Delhi have to somehow find to fit in Phil Salt, because they need runs in the top order. They just can't have top order, 15 overs, almost nothing for 5 down.
Correct.
Game after game, given their bowling attack, which is, they don't have a bowling attack like Gujarat, right? So they need to get some runs from somewhere. If Warner can't accelerate, because people might say that by दूसरा end से wickets गिर रहे, what can he do? I mean, I can have sympathy for that sitting for 1 game, 2 games, but not 4 games, right? I mean, we saw what Dhawan has been doing. Dhawan has been playing at a strike rate of nearly 100 till his 30 balls. But after that, he's scoring at 12 runs an over.
Yeah.
And he's being there till the end. Last game, he just had a last wicket partnership. So there is a case of, he's just setting an example कि अगर तुमको, if you are the lone batter in your team, still you can deliver. And today, I mean, there was Akshar hitting at one end, and उस time भी अगर Warner accelerate नहीं कर पा रहा है, so there is something wrong. I mean, at times, if a player is not getting out, is not always a good thing. I mean, people might say कि हाँ वो अकेला ही है जो 50 तक जा रहा है, but maybe he's just not taking enough risks, which he should.
Yeah. And sometimes it's funny because Gurkirat has mentioned this in the previous watch-alongs, right? Some batters need to know when to get out. That's also an art, where sometimes you kind of are just dying, wondering when is he going to go into 5th gear, and it really never clicked for David Warner tonight. But look, lots to like from a Mumbai Indians bowling perspective. At least some things are coming to fruition, even though it's, I don't know, short-lived maybe. Piyush Chawla, 3 wickets.
Yeah, but I think for them, the bowler of the day is Jason Bednar.
100%. Right?
I mean, just he did not finish his quota, by the way.
Correct. And Meredith complimenting to a certain extent.
Yeah, but I cut his marks for no ball.
Yeah.
It should not be. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, how can I forget? Even Piyush Chawla is giving a tough run.
Yeah.
To Jason Bednar.
Which is quite crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So let's try reconnecting to the coach right now, if we can. Otherwise, we'll make a quick substitution.
Yeah.
With regards to us at the CDC watch-alongs right now. 173 to win. I think Akash and Shubh will take you guys through. In fact, sorry.
Now we just have
Prashant Shetty
again.
Okay,
yeah,
fine. So let's reconnect with Prashant Shetty right now. In just a matter of moments, he's trying to get the Wi-Fi sorted, I'm guessing. But look, I mean, I was just talking about Mumbai to Som, and I want to see their batters now perform, because when was the last time we saw Rohit Sharma score 50 in the IPL? I can tell you that because I saw it in the cricket.com app. 24 IPL matches ago, Rohit registered a 50+ score, and that's something to really consider. Go on, get us in the comments in terms of all the insights and questions you have. Pranav Anand has one here. So I'm saying difference between KL and Warner is that you can say Warner is struggling, and that's why he's going at that rate. KL has molded his game such that you can never tell if he's struggling. Lol, it helps his case.
That's true. Actually, point वही है ना कि if someone is struggling, you can say कि भाई he tried. But with KL Rahul, it's like he doesn't try.
True.
And that is what the frustration is.
I'm just looking at the visuals above, which is, of course, they're showing Rohit Sharma's dismissals in this year's competition. The first one to Akashdeep against RCB, moving away. And the second one to Tushar Deshpande, again, moving away. Is there a certain Mukesh Kumar who can be employed to dismiss the Indian captain? So, because maybe I think it'll be Lalit Yadav to bowl at Ishan Kishan, I'm guessing matchups. Maybe Mukesh Kumar, and hold Nokia back as much as possible. What's your thinking in the power play at least?
But why would they want to do it? I mean, they need early wickets. Ishan Kishan has a very good record against all Delhi bowlers.
Lalit Yadav?
I don't think so. I mean, Lalit Yadav, he's a part-timer. He's not a regular off-spinner.
True, but I'm just saying that Ishan Kishan struggles against off-spin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very comfortable with that call.
Okay.
I mean, instead of speculating, let's talk about what has happened. I mean, what was the spell of the innings for you?
For me, essentially, you mentioned Berendorf there, so but just the critical blows that Piyush Chawla gave Mumbai in that middle, especially with two googlies, yeah, sure, Rahman Paul who can't play spin and all of that. It's a real find. I know Mumbai missed a trick today, like you said, not playing Kumar Kartikeya, but Hrithik Shaukin and Piyush Chawla made up for that void. I think we're good to go now with regards to Prashant Shetty sorting out his Wi-Fi. That is, of course, Prithvi Shaw's childhood coach. It'll be interested to pick his mind more because we were talking about Shaw in great depth at the start of the Watchalong, and we asked a pivotal question to you guys in the comments with regards to whether he features in the top 10 Indian openers right now, and our answers were no. But let's see if the coach begs to differ. If we can patch him through right now, we can patch him through right now. So the go-ahead is great. And Mr. Shetty, hopefully your connections this time is better. I was just asking the viewers earlier about Prithvi Shaw, given the fact that he's been showing, not the best of form, should we say. Does he feature right now in terms of the top 10 openers in the country?
Talent-wise, still is, but performance, I don't think so.
Okay, that's a fair assessment.
And do you think, and since you've known him from his childhood days, do you think this is something that will be plaguing his mind? Because
there's some network issue. I'll just get my phone a bit closer.
Sure.
Can you hear me now?
Right, which trying to get him back. I mean, I don't know where Mr. Shetty is joining us from. I think maybe Udupi, where it's kind of sketchy right now, the Mangalorean that he is, but we really appreciated that time. If he can, of course, come back, it'll be great. But essentially right now, it's looking a little devious from his side. But yeah, just when Som was going to ask him about the whole mental thing, I think he just think, but fair assessment, he said no.
Yeah.
He's being pretty honest about that. I was going to actually ask him about the whole disciplinary issues surrounding him for, his career, his early career so far. But look, let's see how it goes about in terms of Prithvi Shaw in the games to come. Remember, the next time we see Delhi, it'll be RCB taking them on Saturday, which is the watch-along that we'll be doing. Speaking of watch-alongs, we'll make a small substitution right now, a double substitution. It'll be Shubh Agarwal eagerly waiting for some wickets to fall and Akash Sivasubramaniam to join him. Me and Somesh will head out and we'll see you guys in a bit. Cheers.
Boys, give it a please give it a please give it leave it. This is not the most important goal, but if and not this one oh he's done well to see the bounce. Oh, he's put it down. Bowling.
Oh, we are back. And
right on time.
I'm more nervous than I was when I was on this couch when Delhi were batting. So
because then you're hopeless. Now you have some.
Then
hope.
I was hopeless, and now I'm like, the glimmer of hope. Hope is a beautiful thing, but it can also drive a man crazy.
Yeah.
So hopefully Rohit Sharma continues with poor form.
Oh,
impact.
Who it is?
First of
Oh,
all,
of course.
Shah is like Andhera Kayam Rahe.
Or Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Mukesh Kumar was already.
Yeah, he was already there. Let's see who was. Or is he the one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, just waiting for confirmation. Yeah. We have no idea. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Mukesh Kumar has come in.
After that, I think that dismal game he had, I think he was dropped, right? So
He was dropped. I don't remember that, but last game he was pretty good. Last game he was the best Delhi bowler when they conceded 199 to Rajasthan Royals.
So let's see if he can do some early inroads and get Rohit Sharma out probably. Can we?
Oh, good ball to start. What was the pace on that ball, yeah?
Probably 140s.
I don't
No,
know.
135.
Yeah,
Not bad.
That is Mukesh Kumar. 130s, 135.
But if he can get early seam right, we saw that the other night as well. That Rohit is very early on in his innings. He's like he can get quite a few edges off the off. If Tushar Deshpande can get him out, yeah, why not?
But that was a terrific ball from.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. On this surface, it's much easier to bowl like.
Oh, nice.
The same
At
length.
first, I thought it is going down the leg stump line, and Rohit Sharma will just flick it away for a single or a boundary. But it it held its shape. So good ball again. Good start from Mukesh. 172. What do you feel about this target, man?
I think if you're talking from a Mumbai standpoint, I think they would be thinking, say, we gave 20 runs too many.
20 runs too many, but then
Yeah.
they will also be thankful that Delhi collapsed, that 19th over, 4 wickets fell,
Yeah.
and they are.
No, but it's already 20 runs, and then you have lost one of your main players,
Oh.
right? Who we have no update will play or not.
The Thag save chokka hai yaar.
Kuldeep. Yeah. So they've lost Sky as well, so it's like a big blow for them.
Sky, but I think he might come on to bat.
I am not sure. As far as the
He was hit
commentators,
pretty hard.
no, the commentators are suggesting that they might get a concussion substitute. So
2 substitutes for Mumbai. Then.
Yeah, one
when impacts up and a
impact
concussion
them.
sub.
Yeah.
Sahi hai.
But again, if Sky goes out, if he's not playing, that's a big blow for them.
Yeah.
Given how the season is going and how these two are batting.
And bench पे भी कोई और Indian player नहीं है quality वाला.
Yeah,
right?
that
कोई proven quality वाला.
That's where they'll struggle. Let's see.
Come up, please.
What a
man.
shot! Rohit says, "I'll take care of this. This is nothing for me." This is nothing of a delivery, and he just
We'll go again. We'll try again.
yeah. Here we go again. But nothing of a delivery to Rohit. Just
Too easy for Rohit.
trying to bounce him out, or what is?
It's not short enough
I
to
mean-
bounce him out.
But yeah,
It's not cramping him for room.
monstrous. Rohit Sharma versus pace 244.
रोहित भाई आज नहीं यार, जब तुम 24 इनिंग तुमने 50 नहीं मारे, एक इनिंग और रुक जाओ यार.
Yeah.
अगले मैच में फिर मैं तुम्हारे 50 के लिए दुआ करूंगा, मन्नत मांगूंगा, आज छोड़ दो.
Yeah, I'm sure like a lot of people would not have him on the team, and today he's going to perform. Our producer is giving us the
जी
glare.
का दिन मिला था.
I'm sure he's going to score like a 10 ball 30, 10 ball.
काम हो जाएगा भाई उतने में तो.
Oh.
ये डालना यार.
5 balls into the run
क्या
chase, and we
शॉट
are
पटक रहा है
already.
उसको. आई थिंक दिल्ली का ना सबसे खराब रन रेट होगा फर्स्ट ओवर के हिसाब से, अगर देखा जाए.
We know that
फर्स्ट ओवर
David Warner's 3 slowest half centuries out of 4 have come in Delhi, and 4 out of top 8.
क्या ही बोलूं भाई.
And Delhi is where he has to play 7 games. So good luck. See.
बॉल.
Oh!
अबे जल्दी बोल दिया. 14 रन खा लिए भाई पहले में. That is double than Delhi scored in while they were batting in their first over. So Delhi were 7 for no loss. Rohit himself is 14 for no loss right now after the first over.
Okay, it's like
poor
top
start.
now.
Poor start, man.
But I mean, it was a good delivery. He just converted into a full toss and just smacked it down the ground.
It was at least a better ball than the one on which he conceded a 6. So.
But what was the field setup? I mean,
ये
there's
काफी
no
wide
straight.
था.
Yeah.
Mid off काफी wide था
What is
यार.
he expecting? Like,
That is why the moment Rohit connected that ball, I thought, oh,
It was
nice
just-
ball,
yeah.
dot ball. But वो mid off सारा अपना side रखा हुआ है. Mid off was so off on that occasion. कोई नहीं. मैं अब थोड़ा मतलब nervous तो थोड़ी कम हुई है because the hope is fading away already. But let's see. Let's hope for the best.
imagine being an RCB fan. Then this is still fine.
This is still fine.
That's like
by what? Being an RCB fan yesterday must have been so hard. Watching the team making so many mistakes, but okay, the producer giving us an eye.
He's
Okay,
like he's giving us dhamki saying that stream se nikal dunga. And there is Fizz, probably not his favorite time to bowl. Yeah, not his favorite time to bowl, but talk about another introduction. We have Nikhil waiting for us, waiting to predict a wicket.
I hope so,
Hopefully.
Nikhil. बताओ भाई कब आएगा विकेट यार? कब आएगा विकेट?
ये और मैं चांस तो ले लो.
कब है?
नहीं एक चांस तो आएगा, but very keen to see when, because again Mustafizur bowling in the power play, it's very rare. So Kishan will look to attack. तब देखो if it finds the gap or it finds the fielder.
There's only two ways.
And
18 runs.
Count this game as well. 18 runs, too many.
8 balls into the run chase. Shubh is already given up. He's like,
yeah, this is not worth it.
Yeah, it's
catch
the
like
story
this.
of.
I wish that could happen. I mean, watching an IPL season is very tough when your team is not doing well. I mean, ask me. Being a Delhi supporter for so long, there was a stretch of 4-5 seasons in a row. Every other team was competing to get into the playoffs. We were competing to evade that wooden spoon.
And the second favorite team is what? RCB.
So I started as an RCB.
Yeah.
I started as an RCB fan first 3 years. Then I moved to being an RR fan. All this while Delhi were my second favorite team, and then once Rahul Dravid stepped out as a player, so Delhi then became my go-to team. But does not matter because whichever team I've supported at that particular point, they have never won a trophy as yet. So my agony is not much different than that of an RCB fan.
It's just not that intense, I guess.
Saying that, sitting next to a glory hunter.
Yeah, of course.
CSK fan.
Of course. 2 CSK fans.
Yeah.
He's also a CSK fan. So
yeah, I mean, I'm in company of glory hunter, so I would.
Glory hunters नहीं बोलते उसको, achievers बोलते. There is a difference. Glory hunters are people who join on a bandwagon after the team has won a title.
Yeah.
Achievers are the one who back the team and then see what happens and then you go ahead.
Nikhil has more gold ware in his home than in DC's cabinet. So
DC don't even have gold in their jersey.
Yeah, maybe it's reserved for the Australians.
Yeah, not the fake Australian and Ricky Ponting.
Yeah, I think this season could be very a make or break one. We did see a tweet from the owner for Warner, but I'm very keen to see how much are they able to question the tactics and decisions, because ऐसा नहीं कि this is the first time that it has happened. You could say this you could see the same mistakes for them in the last few years repeatedly. So it's not something that is happening by mistake. It's happening by choice. So I think this season is very crucial for him, the coach that is, because otherwise there could be, you can give great speeches that could make for great social media content. But so, yeah, unless maybe they're also going the RCB way, that content is king and team is secondary.
It's too long a shot because RCB are already overachieving at content.
So boundary on this ball or a true one? I soch fee nahi raha is point pe.
I don't think the bowler is ready to bowl.
I'm not ready to watch for sure.
Oh,
nice ball. Ye dalo na.
Yeah, and we have a question just before Mukesh next over. That is, how did Mukesh make it to the national T20 squad even without playing the IPL? Yeah, I mean, if you perform regularly at domestic level in other formats, you're sure going to get a call up in some other format. Like, yeah, it's happened with everybody. So will it be a surprise if Bharat gets a call up in, say, a T20I setup?
In India selection, yeah, no doubt there. No doubt. They don't know who they are selecting for which format. It's been the case for a while and it continues to be so. I mean, it's not even a debate. I mean, it's not even a debate. It's just poor that they, for all the talent and for all the amount of money and expertise and all that you have, you cannot be doing that. It's just inexpressible. But again, nobody's accountable, so it's okay.
Yeah. And Chuchant going on to say DC is the weakest team of this season. Just admit it. I mean, that's what we wanted to see.
Admit me into a hospital, bro.
No, we just wanted to see DC or MI. Now it's confirmed.
Yeah,
It's
man. This is the
DC.
battle of the heavyweights. The El Clasico. El Clasico.
See, Shubh, you were saying that Mumbai is clearly the weakest bowling attack, but Piyush Chawla took 3 wickets.
Oh, when it's
That was
not
proper.
okay.
That was proper pacey space here from Nokia.
I'm sure Warner is like, इससे अच्छा तो really बना देता.
Yeah, but again, I think that's just like a wholesome of gap there from Kishan. I mean, that we know
Yeah,
a commentator who could say you could drive a bus depot from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no swing, bring Akshar. Sir, they don't know if Akshar is the impact sub or the substitute, because if they knew, then they would have batted earlier as well.
I don't think anyone has found the perfect utilization for Akshar. Not even the national team. They're like, Akshar is there. That's it. That's all we know. We don't know how to use him.
I think right now the national team treats him as a backup to Jadeja. First of all, they have to see him as a frontline option. Just the way he has been batting and his bowling has been there and thereabouts. So yeah, I think what is this? What the way they have written Nokia's name in Hindi? So yeah, I think the teams need to really put their faith in Akshar. First of all, man, he has been doing decent enough for a long time now. For hitting Rohit's bat hard, 145.5.
Yeah, finally that pace that can trouble Rohit. We know that Rohit can either. There could be some. I'm just expecting a short delivery from Nokia
Yes,
this
and a
over, and yeah, if it happens, it's either a 6 or out. There's no other. Rohit is like,
Field placement is also key in that case. If you are going to pitch it short to Rohit Sharma, you know he is going to pull. So if you have to pick a wicket, it is important to have the field placing right.
yeah.
Hitman underperformer in IPL, yes, bro. I mean,
Look at the. I mean, the dip in strike rate is still okay.
50s.
It's just 6, but look at the average dip down. That's like
25. I mean, the average before 33.7 is also okay. I mean, you expect a lot more
of
from
course.
a batter of Roy's caliber. But still, it's okay because a lot of times he has batted in the middle order as well until 2016. But since 2017, he has batted majorly as an opener only and still averaging 25 at a strike rate of 126.
Oh, sure.
smack it.
Okay, I'm going to praise Rohit Sharma now, hoping that it brings him so bad luck to get out today.
We're talking about strike rates, and today he's striking at 200. He's like not against.
Yeah, but then this has been one of his best sides, right? He's always enjoyed playing against Delhi. Probably second best in terms of only Virat has scored more against Delhi after before Rohit. So I think just justifying that. But yeah, I think the short ball is coming again for sure. Because of that full one, let's see if it comes.
No,
that's punch.
भाई पावर प्ले में मैच हार जाओ एक इतने चौके कौन खाता है भाई 3 over 42
time to introduce spin.
Time to introduce Somesh and Avnish back into this Watchalong. मुझसे नहीं भाई मुझे घर जाना है अब यहाँ से.
So this is what Somesh is going to try. You with Delhi, Avnish with Bangalore, because that's where the original raw content is going to come from. Because I mean, who else is going to question them? There are गिन चुन के बच्चे fans बच्चे हैं दिल्ली की बैंगलोर के, but बैंगलोर के तो नहीं, but दिल्ली के तो गिन चुन के बच्चे.
Nikhil, for the first time, we had Guru Kirat speechless. He just said, "I don't know what to say," and he sat there for 2 minutes. So we have never done it before on this show. It has never happened before, but DC are the first team to do.
Delhi.
They have achieved something bigger than winning a game, which is shutting up Kiran.
Talking about matchups, yeah,
Oh,
he's here. Lalit
Oh,
Yadav
yes.
versus Kishan.
Nice. Either 20 runs or a wicket.
Yeah,
20 runs.
imagine. I mean, to think of getting 20 runs from Ishan Kishan against spin is quite a task. But let's see if
No,
it
I'm not
happens.
expecting Ishan to take strike. I'm expecting Rohit to hit him and not Ishan.
Oh,
Decent ball.
dot.
91.1 kph.
Just hit
Yeah,
me.
but that last ball was good shot. Yeah, but it was a good shot. I mean, it was
No,
just
I
a bit
think
wide.
No, the first flick, the leg side
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Ooh. Yeah.
what was that
Sure.
element? Like
It
Yeah.
did not
Ankle
get
length.
up. It
Yeah.
did not get up at all. This is what I want
Yeah.
to see. नहीं तो छक्का कैसे मारोगे तुम?
Yeah. I actually felt that they could have used Praveen Dubey as the impact sub,
Mhm.
but well, fair call. They wanted to use Mukesh early.
There are only two pacers now. Otherwise,
But on this
Yeah, but
pitch,
then on this pitch, you don't need pace options as much. Jason Meredith took junk wickets. Let's be honest. Jason
that, but
Meredith.
if the match gets deep and then you cannot expect Praveen Dubey to pull the game for you at the death. Then in
He
that
doesn't
case,
have to pull. See, he doesn't have to bowl at the death. You don't have to bowl Praveen Dubey at the death. You don't have to bowl him to everyone. It's just more options in terms of spin because you're not using Aksar also. अगर वो अक्सर को ढंग से यूज करते तो then you wouldn't need that extra spin option in the first place.
yeah, it happened previously also in this when the Lucknow match was happening, right? Sunrisers went with extra pacer when they already have three pacers.
Fazal,
Yeah. Like how can you do it on a pitch that is evidently helping
that's a
spinners?
bad ball.
Oh, wow. That's a good over though. Just 3 runs. Just 2,
far.
I think.
So far, it has been a good over.
I mean, see, he's got back Kishan on strike, so the matchup is still continuing.
But that
Yeah,
was a good ball. Rohit should have deposited that one into the stands. So as soon as I started to praise him, he messed up a good six-hitting opportunity.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll get 20, nor will we get a wicket now.
For sure. Oh, nicely bowled.
I'm just waiting for Shubh to say like, मेरे शक्तियों का गलत इस्तेमाल हो."
दिल्ली से अकेले खुद तो नहीं होने वाला है इस साल, तो हमें थोड़ा सा भी जिस तरीके से सपोर्ट हो सके करना पड़ेगा. Oh, 6 on this ball for sure.
Oh, wide.
Oh, wide. That's right.
Oh, the umpire gives wide.
Yeah. I was about to tell that looks a cool wide decision today.
Cool है तुम्हारा भाई.
Chalo, big shot. Chalo.
Oh!
Oh my God, that was an edge.
Don't be a 4. Oh, it is a 4. Of course, it is a 4.
What's that?
यार शिखर
What was-
ईशान किशन इनसाइड एज पे भी चौका, आउटसाइड एज पे भी चौका, सही है भाई.
I'm sure Warner is like, if I had got the same delivery, I would have been walking back.
Yeah, but then I'm very keen to see who do they bowl now. They can't bowl Nokia just as of yet. They've got. Do they go back to Mukesh?
Or try bowling Akshar, probably. I don't know if it will
Yeah, I
work.
think Akshar is the
Just to
only
get
choice.
some turn.
I would rather have Nokia than Mukesh for sure, because Mukesh looked like he need more fielders at the ropes right now. So abhi Mukesh
job.
to nahi for sure.
Yeah, Bapu then hopefully. I mean Akshar Patel, and this is probably the only option that they have. I'm very keen to see how Rohit and Kishan play as well, because they haven't had a great start. And then, I mean, if they take on Akshar Patel, then this game is for
Yeah,
Mumbai to take.
I think Delhi really needed
Yeah,
a
it is Akshar.
power play. I mean, अगर wicket भी नहीं तो फिर at least runs तो रोकने ही थे, and they have not done that at all.
You had one job.
49ers, you had one job. You had 2 choices: pick wickets or be economical. दोनों में तो कुछ नहीं करा.
And it is Akshar Patel who is come on bowl.
बापू तुम ही हो यार.
It's like a one-man team right now. Like Akshar plays.
But I think Akshar will definitely bowl short and into Rohit. So I don't think he's going to give room. So very keen to see if Rohit, because there is a long off for him and there is a deep square for the sweep as well.
To hit him out.
So Oh, good ball.
Ball and
Good ball to
chain.
start. Yeah, that reminded of the Delhi test. First
Yeah,
ball.
exactly. This is where Akshar will be more useful because you don't know which one is going to turn. The
Yeah.
one with straight ends, you might miss that, expecting a
Yeah.
turn. I'm sure Warner
Yeah.
is saying the same thing. He's like, I don't think he'll go over extra cover.
Yeah. I don't think Rohit is going to take the risk. And that numbers tell you on the screen.
Is that? Oh, they did.
2 dismissals for 41 runs. Rohit versus Akshar in T20I, strike rate of 83. So
Good matchup.
good
On paper.
matchup. And yeah, and I expect Kishan to take some risk because he's had 2 nervy pokes that have got him boundaries. He'll want at least one
Side
good
slot.
boundary to feel better about himself.
But if you're a Delhi fan, you'll have to. I mean, right now you have to be like very happy that Akshar is bowling because last time
Yeah.
Ishan played against the left arm spinner, he got out the first delivery. So you
I'm
just have
pretty
to
sure
pray.
he's going to slog this ball into the onside.
This
So let's see.
I'm thinking it's going to be a repeat of the same.
Ooh.
Bowling, Akshar.
Yeah, that was 100. I think he bowled that at 100. Wow.
Yeah, that was 100.
Yeah, so sweep is coming or reverse sweep is coming?
I don't think he's going to.
Slog.
He did.
Slog. It is a slug. It is a slug. I think it was written on the cards that he was going to look for one hoik.
Yeah.
तो obvious है यार. ये अक्षर को भी पता है अभी वो नेक्स्ट बॉल पे भी शायद स्लॉग ही मारेगा स्लॉग या फिर स्वीप फॉर श्योर बहुत रन खा लिए यार इन्होंने तो
It's already 54. You've given away 54 runs without responding. There's no response at all. So by the time the response comes in, they will.
55 could eventually be 59, but I might be faced 56.
61 होगा bro.
Yeah.
61 होगा.
I think this is a perfect game for Mumbai to be kind of like
Yeah.
no, not go with the same approach that they had, right?
Yeah.
If a wicket falls here, just try promoting somebody like Nail Odera and tell him that this is spin is your forte. Just go against them.
And
And
not
not-
green ही भाई number 3 पे.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think they'll. Yeah,
Green
I
at
think
number
they'll.
3.
Oh my God! Rohit Sharma has played a reverse sweep,
Yes, let's go.
and it is 59. It is 59. So yeah, good.
He's 30 or 15.
The required run rate is down to 7.6 only.
Wow, Delhi are doing things that only Delhi can.
So how long before people start just getting up and walking away?
I think the match would be done before Somesh and Avnish are scheduled to come back.
Yeah, I'm sure even at the venue they'll be like, हो गया अभी, चलो, let's go.
Power play का एक और over बचा है यार. Nothing here. I feel like I've been sitting here since eternity.
That's a
but
very, very good
Pranav-
point.
Yeah, he goes on to say Dhoni, Kohli smashed Wood, Rohit smashing Nokia, men of all ages, shapes, and fitness are smashing pace.
Yeah, I agree with the first sentence. Second, I'm not commenting on that.
Yeah.
Third one, sorry.
The only one that has not yet done anything is Prithvi Shaw. If we could also do
I
something
hope.
against this, it would be nice.
Rohit looks on song today. Kamal Lajawab Rahul.
Oh my God. You can never leave. Like you can love him, you can hate him, you can't ignore him. That's
Going
what.
by the name of KL Rahul praising Rohit Sharma right now.
Wow. So no, I think just to get back on Shub's point, I think they will promote Green only, or not promote. They'll stick to Green because they need Green to get those runs. Because he's bowling 4 overs, you want to get the best out of Green, and this is probably the best deck. I don't think it's the best deck, but the best situation for him to come good. So there is spin, but if one of Rohit and Ishan can stick around, then Green can actually just keep going after pace. That will make them bowl Nokia, and then Nokia, and that could just disturb the rhythm of the bowling plans.
But the only issue is like if Green has got a bat, then they might end up bowling Akshar more, and he struggles against left arm spin.
Yeah.
Like we saw that in limited sample. But yeah,
But the start, I think, will actually help him, right? Yeah, and that's Andis Nokia in different phases in the IPL. Just incredible beginning, I feel.
Yeah, clearly you can see that his best phase is either at the death or in the power play, and
But I like his average in the middle overs. Actually, Delhi will need an enforcer in the middle as well. I know that spin is doing the job, but
No, it's not Delhi will need an enforcer. Delhi will need Nokia to do everything right now. Like, we don't have a bowling unit. Please pick wickets in the power play. Please pick wickets in the middle overs. Please pick at the end.
Be economical as well.
Yeah, it's like
because हमारे कैप्टन से रन नहीं बनते आजकल.
नहीं, but captain तो run बना रहा है. To be in all fairness to Warner, I don't think you can ask of anything more. I mean, this it's not that he's operating at half his potential ceiling. This is probably the best that Warner can give you, and you just need other Indian batters to step up, and that's what I think. Delhi have always historically relied a lot on the Indians to have crazy seasons, which is when Shreyas Iyer did that great job. You felt that okay, finally they have the kind of setup that's best for them. But I think they are, of course, missing Rishabh also.
That's what I'm out. I'm done.
I'm out.
I'm
Maybe
done,
expertise
guys.
नहीं
मुझसे नहीं होगा और भाड़ में.
That is honest feedback on how Delhi have operated with both bat and ball. 68 for 0. Surely this is the best start that Mumbai had in some time.
Yeah. On this note, producer, can we get a swap?
Boys, give it in! Please give it in! Please give it, leave it. This is not the most important goal, but if and not if this one oh, he's done well to see the bounce. Oh, he's put it down. Bowling!
Little Shobi has just exited the studio throwing an absolute fit of nature. It reminded me of that test match between India and Australia, Knicks, where literally it was Shub playing VVS Lakshman and Basa playing, who was it? Oja. He's livid with Oja. Because I think Basa was saying, Shub, more energy from you. And he was like, yeah, energy. What energy? My team's not giving me energy.
Exactly. He's like, unko bol? Unko pehle bol?
Unko bol. ठीक है. But yeah, jokes apart, 6 overs gone, 68 for none. I mean, from a fantasy perspective, I'm pretty happy, Knicks. You'd be pretty proud of me because I had Behrendorff. I surprise took Chawla. So those were there. And I made Rohit my captain. So far, so good. But I didn't have Akshar, which is so strange.
You should have had him.
Are you Ricky Ponting?
I tell you, I just thought that he could, like, he might not really deliver a 50. No one thought this.
If you got to pick
Hi, Ricky.
from Delhi,
Hi, Ricky.
Yeah.
Warner and Akshar. That's it.
Warner and Akshar.
Yeah, so then see, Ricky is vindicated. Even Avnish is not taking Akshar. Why should I take him?
Yeah, because I took Lalit Yadav, I took Nokia, who's just been absolutely woeful. And I can't believe Mustafizur is playing, guys. Honestly, can't. Like, I mean, I know that they had the other option of Chetan Sakaria, right?
Yeah.
But they won't use him.
I don't know what has happened to him. He's like fallen off a cliff sort of thing in pecking order. He's nowhere to be seen. And his last appearance was for India. After his last appearance for India, he's nowhere even in that 15 or 20 man squad that India keep announcing for every random series.
Yeah, 70 for none, 6.3. They asked a really strange question right now. I don't know if you guys saw it in the broadcasters, but they said, which IPL captain would you rather prefer? Somesh and Abhish have gone to Prithvi Shaw coaches to connect the whole show. God, good grief. We were trying to kind of connect his Wi-Fi, but it was just not working out. And we wanted to kind of ask him about Shaw and also like the disciplinary issues which has been surrounding Shaw for the longest possible time. Do you reckon there's an early finish here? Because by the looks of it, it's still 10 o'clock.
No, I think this is where the match starts.
No, don't say that.
This is exactly where the match starts because Mumbai are one team that they will get off to a good start on most days in terms of not being a wicket down. But after that, it's where the issue is. Last game also we saw once Chennai spinners started bowling well, it's just they couldn't score runs.
Yeah.
So if say Kuldeep comes in and just gets a wicket or two, you don't know what will happen.
Yeah, but Kuldeep getting a wicket. Who is Delhi's go-to bowler? I know it's Nokia, of course.
I think it's Kuldeep.
On form, Kuldeep? Next, you agree with Akash?
Yeah, but as of now, they don't have any other option, and any which ways, it was always going to be Nokia and Kuldeep, which
Yeah.
is why, again, as you said, I found it very, very surprising that they've played Mustafizur. Again, he's not coming into this on the back of lots of wickets,
Yeah.
and usually also you don't often see Mustafiz do a lot of damage bowling second. He does a lot of bowling damage bowling first on decks that have some
Used.
grip, and he can just get them going across the batters. But again, maybe they just read conditions differently.
Yeah, maybe. Akshit Dadish saying Arash trade DDP for Chetan Zakari. To be honest, it'll be a good deal for both sides. I mean, let's see how it really goes.
No, it
Still
is.
no Kuldeep.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, still no Kuldeep. It's
They're
still
delaying
Lalit.
the. Yeah.
But why? Why are they holding him back when they need wickets right now?
Yeah, that's a. I just feel they are backing Lalit Yadav to pick a wicket here against Ishan Kishan,
Yeah,
and they're not backing. Okay, they're not backing Lalit Yadav. They're backing Ishan Kishan to get out.
yeah.
They're like he'll get out.
Just play on his ego.
Yeah.
Just play on his ego. And we've seen it before, especially in the first innings, right? When I think it was Ritik Shaukin bowling to Prithvi Shaw,
Yeah.
and that plan worked out. So sometimes matchups go out of the window, but I don't think Ishan Kishan is going to give his wicket away. I think both the batters seemed like
Let's see.
determined. I could be putting the markers on this side. I could have egg on my face right now. Ooh, nearly.
You have 4 more deliveries.
I mean, I'm just thinking about it because I think Mumbai batted first in both their games, correct?
Yeah.
Both
Yeah,
their
yeah,
games. So
yeah.
are they a chasing side? You look at their bowlers, and I know, like, whatever, Chawla got wickets, Berendorf for decent. But their majority are chasing team. Oh, there could be trouble here. There could be trouble
It's
here.
gone.
And I've jinxed it. I've jinxed it. Oh my God. What is that calling? Ishan Kishan and Rohit Sharma. They can make the most ugly faces to each other right now. But look, it's 71 for 1, 7.3. And Delhi fans have something to cheer about.
Look at.
Wow.
Look at
Yeah.
Nix is battling. I'm happy, Nix, that Gurkirat's not right now with us because he would have been like run outs.
Oh, that's just ball watching.
That is just
Yeah, but are they not using Geo to call?
That is a good
No,
one.
they are using it. That's why they're ball late.
Oh.
Oh my God. But then I don't think there was a run there. It was just too close. He just
Yeah.
hit it to the fielder and they ran.
And essentially, that is kind of Rohit's call because it's kind of behind. But look, Ishan Kishan was never prepared,
Yeah.
ball watching, and Mumbai lose their first wicket. I think they've sent out
Yeah.
Tilak.
Yeah.
And
Because they don't
Yeah,
have.
has to.
I'm assuming they don't have Sky.
do we have an
Sky,
update of any sort? Because it was
No, I
near
don't
the
think
eye.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the commentators are saying that there is a possibility of concussion for Surya Kumar
Yeah.
Yadav and could be replaced. But yeah, we'll never know.
Fair enough. They were just double checking in the run out there. They thought that Lalit Yadav nearly kind of broke it with his hand, but no, Delhi get there. And I'm unhappy because he lost valuable fantasy points saying Greg K. Did you have Kishan?
Of course, I mean, how and it's very unlikely that even Abhishek Porel will not take himself in the side.
Yeah, that was a choice. He's not even in the picture.
No, they're checking if the hand.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
But he had
essentially,
the ball in his hand, right? That was
Yeah.
clean.
that's clean as they could be. So yeah, I think Mumbai might register their first points tonight. But look, we've seen strange things happen in the IPL so far.
Like yesterday.
Like yesterday, when I was so confident, when I think KL Rahul got out, and I was just like, yeah, sure, it's
Oh, they-
Bangladesh game, and then
they're
Puri
still
had
holding
a
him.
different script. They're still holding him back
Yeah.
for some strange reason. Rhodes fault saying solid Q. If it was a level player, Ishan would have shown him in and wouldn't have ran. Yeah, I think so. For sure.
It is the luck. We are right.
And plus, I think like if it's Rohit Sharma running out, how much can you say, dude? You could just get pissed off and walk away. You can't say anything. He's a captain of your franchise and the country.
And at this point, I guess he's the one who's batting better than you. So I think it's
For sure.
you'll have
Yeah.
to take that bet.
By the way, Samir Santosh going on us, Nikhil, bro, how much do you think MI should target until 10 overs? Does it even matter right now, Nick? They can be 75 for 1 also, it seems all right.
Oh, Sky is fit.
Yeah, I think they'll actually want to keep going, to be very honest, because Kuldeep has 4 to bowl, and he is likely to bowl 4, and you would not want to give him a score to bowl with, especially if there are a few nervy moments out there. So I think they'll probably look to be like they get at least 20-24 if they can in the next 2 overs. If Kuldeep is bowling, then you reduce it by 6. So you want to be around 90 for 1. That's a very good place to be at the end of the 10-over mark, because then you need like 18, 60, which in a normal, ideal 2023 world should be able to be done without much fuss. So yeah, let's see. I think Kuldeep should come on now when they've taken a time out at the right time.
Yeah. Do you think it makes a case for Mumbai to play for net run rate as well, because they've taken a proper hitting, so they'll have to even account for that and sort of get some impetus?
Yeah, it's a good question, because I think even if they just normally get a normal win, and I say with 2 overs to spare, they anyway climb above people like Bangalore, which is sad. But yeah, I mean, net run rate, we've seen how sometimes Mumbai have the ability to just climb up the table, especially with their net run rate being so strong. So that could be possibly the back of Rohit's mind. It'll be interesting to see how they go about it, because obviously we've seen Sky there. He's got a bat. They have Sky to follow. Who else? They have Tim David is there.
No, you don't know who. They've not made the sub yet. Yeah, it could be Stubbs, or I mean, assuming
obviously it might be David for
yeah,
sure. It's Harry Potter.
David.
Oh my God! Hi, Harry.
Which I don't know. I think it's that one.
It's this one.
No,
Let
of
us know,
course,
Rajesh,
not me.
which Harry Potter are we talking about?
Yeah,
This one,
the one mic
or this one?
Yeah, the one with the mic.
This one.
Yeah.
This one.
No, I don't think it's me, but I think if they wanted to get that rounded bit, they may have probably promoted Green, or just asked him to go out there and just keep swinging. But because they've sent Tilak, I feel they probably feel that the game is not quite over, or not quite safe for them to risk that. So very keen to see, because I think they expected Kuldeep to come in, and they did not want Green to start directly versus Kuldeep.
Yeah.
But the way the game is going on, it invariably feels that he will start versus Kuldeep at some point of time if he comes in. So very keen to see how that happens. And the role of Rohit, that becomes very key, because Tilak has been scoring runs. But if Rohit can get going, we know if once Rohit is set, it's very hard to stop him. So it's only him that can get himself out once he's set. So the next 4 overs, they get 40 plus, the game is set. If they lose 2 wickets, then the game is on.
And that is something to really think about. Let's see how Delhi use their resources with the ball in hand. It just makes me think about that question that Gurkirat asked us, and I want to throw it back to you boys with regards to Delhi's recruitment, right? In the last 2-3 years, they've been decent before this year, obviously. This time around, what's the thinking of getting 9 top order batters in their squad of 25, and that to most of them being overseas pros? How do they manage, and how do they kind of have the vision to fit them all in?
You know, it's a vision shared by Indian selectors and DC management, so they'll only know how that works, of picking just top order batters. Again,
It's crazy, right? Warner, Raleigh Russo, Phil Salt, Mitch
Manish
Marsh,
Pandey. You forgot
Manish Pandey, Yash Dul,
Yeah, it's like
Sarfraz.
too many openers, and that is pushed one of your best batters, Akshar Patel, to number 7,
Exactly.
which is again, why would you do it?
So Nick, Sabine, talk to me about how they should utilize their options better, and who would you like to see? Because now I'm guessing, obviously, we've seen this with sides in the IPL in the past. Every time they kind of are on a losing streak, they'll throw in a lot of changes. They'll make those knee-jerk reactions. Do you maybe potentially see a Phil Salt open the batting?
I don't think their setup allows that. They'll have to play Roman Powell. It is just common sense. Just use Roman. Just swap positions of Roman Powell and Akshar Patel, and you're sorted. Just swap that.
Do you think it's as simple as that, though?
It is. I think cricket at times is very simple game. Teams just overcomplicate it by thinking 100 things. Just look at the teams that have done well, and how there is a clear role for every player, and those are the teams that have gone on to win.
Yeah.
How many teams have been very, very flexible about their batting positions, have actually gone on to win tournaments? It doesn't really happen that way. You want to live in an ideal world that, okay, I have 6-7 options. See, Chennai had 6-7 options. Once the top 2 fired, they could send anyone. But still, it was always the 3-4 guys only who came in. That, okay, if there is a spin, then I'll send this guy. If there is pace, then I'll send this guy. If there is raw pace, then this is my option. Three clear options, that's all it works. So they have Shaw, Warner to open. Pandya 3 is fine if they just give them games in a row. Your 4 and 5 depends on the position. If spin is going to be bold, send Akshar Patel. It is as simple as that. Just use your resources better. You still have a decent batting lineup to make the most of. I think
Yes,
the problem with Delhi and even India is it's a very common notion that take the best batters and they will adapt. It doesn't have work like that. It's
Yeah.
T20 format. It's not ODIs that you will expect the better batters to just find a way. It doesn't happen. You're in 2023. It's like 16 years of the IPL.
Yeah, and it just makes you think about the in-game management with so many world-class coaches. I say world-class because, look, if they're literally watching so much of T20 cricket, Akash, and someone like Ricky Ponting, surely he knows how to get the best out of whatever resources he has, right? Are they just being stubborn? Is it just pure blindsidedness?
I mean, that's tough for me to answer. But looking at how, I mean, we were reacting to what are the strange calls that Delhi have made and continue to make through the last 2 seasons, it just baffles that somebody as high in stature as Ricky Ponting is making these kind of rookie mistakes.
But
That's
is there
where,
any merit in any of the selections or any of the tactics?
uh,
I'm just trying to think of Ponting's advocate, if there is anyone. How will he defend Ponting in certain selections, in certain overall recruitment plans, overall man management, and role definition within the team? I mean, I know JSW are pretty top in terms of
Mhm.
what they've done with BFC.
Of
And
course.
so far, what they've done with Delhi as well is kind of, punch above their weight for sure. But right now, the buck has to stop somewhere. And I think it has to stop at Ricky Ponting. Speaking of which, it could be a wicket. Oh, Mukesh Kumar has not thrown himself. He could have really
See, it's
gambled that one.
again, it's we don't know who's taking these calls. At the auction table, they didn't have a. I mean, of course, they didn't have a good auction, so that's why the resources are scattered and sort of in some places clumped, like openers and top order batters and all of that. So that's where they have to kind of, as Nikhil said, rightly just define the role. Just ask somebody like Manish Pandey to target what his strength is to kind of feast in the power play. Just ask him to do that. Don't ask him to give you a 60 or 70s. He's only going to give you a role. So define roles according to players and then you'll get success. That's what is lacking right now.
It is, and we'll come to that in just a little bit because Rohit Sharma's hit another 6, and he's looking absolutely brilliant. 23 balls, he's moved on to 47. Mumbai moved on to 82 for 1. Even DC's coaching staff is all top order batters, Watson and Ricky. Even that coaching staff, right? You seem from the outside, it's kind of well-rounded. You have Ricky Ponting, who's won everything the game has seen. You have Shane Watson, who has a recent IPL experience, has been a part of great winning teams before, under Vaughan, under Dhoni. You have someone like Ajit Agarkar who knows the game really well. He's an expert for crying out loud. But
James Hope as well.
James Hopes as well. And you can add more names over there. I think they have Praveen Ambre as well, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Might be,
Yeah.
right?
No, they do have. Yeah.
So, I mean, Nick, essentially, I think if it is Ponting, how is it? Because sometimes with football, we can tell, right? Okay, there's a murmur saying Ponting might get sacked. Whoever. One of the football managers might get sacked. But with cricket, it just happens to be that these guys get away with it. If fans like you and me can see these diabolical calls, who is holding them accountable? Who's holding them responsible?
See, I think cricket as a system only, it's always in a bubble. You see that with many franchises, with many teams as well. Sometimes the people that are around you are so much in awe of you that they're not ready to see the other POV. So
Yeah.
whenever you feel, it's like that meme that इसने किया होगा तो सही किया होगा, कुछ सोच समझ के किया होगा. So what happens is you are then blinded by the fact that okay, Ari, he's a 5-time World Cup winning champion. He should know more than me. But the fact of the matter is, it need not always be true. Ricky Ponting won World Cups with great teams. He did not win World Cup with average teams. Delhi is an average team.
Yeah.
So you need an average team handler to able to get the best of the get the best out of people, and then see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. The kind of setup that there is, you can clearly say that okay, Ricky is the one taking the calls. But again, if there is no one to say him, then let's try this instead of this. only then will you be able to make a call that, okay, there is a way to do this better. As of now, I don't think there is anyone who's telling him that, okay, can we try this? Can we try that? And if Ricky Ponting, after 2-3 years of such mistakes, comes to the press conference and tells you that I don't know what to do, what to put a finger on, then maybe it's just time to look into the mirror.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
look, Delhi fans can really look at this game as well and just kind of be like, what are they doing wrong? But there's lots going on in terms of that management and decision making over there. Coming back to the game, though, Rohit Sharma just played a sumptuous six,
Yeah.
and people were not happy that we
Oh,
didn't react
it's
that
gone.
well. Oh, that
Oh,
is
it's
a
another
six.
six.
That is a six to like.
That's a hit me delivery from Kuldeep, and Tilak's like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
Chill.
for sure. And we've
Yeah.
seen Tilak just take down spinners for fun. Kuldeep, I don't think is going to be threatening
This
Tilak.
is landed in, I don't know, Ghaziabad probably. He's bowled it that badly.
Bowled it that badly, but like landed flat on the boundary rope
Yeah.
for six. So look, Mumbai clearly thinking about what Akash mentioned a while ago, net run rate, and they don't care if Kuldeep's just bowling his first over right now, which is shocking by itself. He's into his first over in the 10th over, beg your pardon. So look, I mean, Delhi Capitals, I really sympathize with y'all. Tough days ahead as well. And it can only get worse to get better, if you know what I mean. I mean, hang in there.
Yeah, don't talk like a RCB fan.
No,
We
but
get
that's
it.
true. We're all in the same boat. Delhi, Punjab, Bangalore, all in the same boat.
Yeah, not we.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
you
and-
and Nick.
And again, you
Done.
see, that's the difference, that Delhi have again thought too far ahead of the game. That, I want Kuldeep for the later, but you have taken only 1 wicket.
Hmm.
There is not enough pressure for Kuldeep to bowl with a score, which is why I said they were 72, they should get around 20, and they look on course to get 90, 91. As good and as simple, as clinical as it can be for Mumbai. And now the thing is, Nokia is bowled 2, Kuldeep is bowled 2. Now, you either risk bowling them out, trying to get a wicket, or you risk getting another bowler on, and then they can target him and then just close the game out completely. And then those 4 overs are wasted. So I think teams just need to be a bit more proactive in terms of look for wickets. I think we're still not to that stage that, see, chasing is easier any which ways. Why make it even more easy by not looking for wickets?
Yeah.
And that's where it really just pisses you off, because even if you're looking at this game as a neutral, which I am right now, I'm hoping there's some sort of game out of it. And that's the stance I've just taken. Even though I'm a cricket presenter and we work hard and tirelessly night after night, give me either one of the two, right?
Hmm.
And this is an ode to the BCCI. I mean, if you guys can manipulate it, I know you
Yeah,
can.
of course they can. Yeah.
Either one of the two. Give us great games like
Yeah,
the RCB LSG game,
Yeah.
the Rinku game. I don't mind it. I'll do all
Even
the
if your
games.
team is losing?
Even if my team's losing.
Okay.
Because cricket wins and cricket.com
Oh, wow.
wins. So that's fine. Or give us games where we all benefit and we're not fatigued. Give us games which end absolutely early, around 10:15, 10:30. One of the two. Not absolute dead rubbers which go on till 11:10.
See, at this point,
That's the worst.
at this point, you should be happy if one innings get over by 10 o'clock. should not expect too much from them.
Yeah, and
But-
that's another problem.
Yeah, let's just take it. By the time the weekend ends, we'll have another team getting out for double digits. We have the first all out in the first innings. We'll have a first innings double digit score coming very soon.
Very, very soon. By the way, in terms of our watch-along viewing this week, we're going to be doing all the midweek games. So tomorrow night we'll be here, same place, same time. Chennai taking on Rajasthan. Lots of fascinating subplots in that. Ashwin returning to Chennai. Ben Stokes,
Not
derby,
playing.
not
Yeah.
playing in his own derby, which is surprising. And of course, Moin Ali also apparently fit. We've also tipped you to probably pick him in your fantasy teams. We'll probably put out that fantasy preview as well. Thursday, we'll also be doing the watch along. It's my off after, 21 million days
Right?
working for cricket.com on Thursday. So unfortunately, I'll be probably putting my feet up, having a good Glenfiddich or that sort.
Yeah.
Just, a nice boozy drink.
Our RCB play.
Oh, is
that's
this a game
gone.
changer? Oh, it was drifting away. Michael Goff doesn't think so. It goes for
I-
4 to rub salt into the
I
wounds of
think they
Delhi
will.
fans.
I think they will.
Surely they're going to review
yeah.
that. They have a review up this league. They have 2, in fact, Akash and Nix. Davey Warner, you've asked.
Review.
You've asked.
Review, dude. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Thank Lord for that. Because I'll tell you what, I would have lost it if he didn't review. Because he reviewed that Rahman Paul Plum is they come LBW in the first innings.
No, he didn't review.
I mean, he
Yeah,
suggested
he
you just
suggested,
like,
yeah, yeah.
whatever, go for it.
I mean, at this point, you have 2 reviews. Just go for
Just
it.
go for it. 1 second. So Akash and Nix, what's your gut feel? I think it's crashing into leg, you know.
I think it's umpire's call because
Okay.
it did look like it's going to slide.
And Michael Goff is a very good adjudicator. Now, what does it look? What does it look? Oh, that's gone.
Yeah,
That's gone.
it's umpire's call.
That is gone, I think. Nix is looking and he's smiling. Nix, what do you feel? 3 reds.
Yeah, I hope it is 3 reds because then the game is good. But I just feel it may be umpire's call on clipping the stumps. Maybe.
Flat
Yeah,
line. Satisfied. Can we rock and roll that, please?
What you're doubling as a
Yeah.
third umpire
Yeah.
as well.
Giving you
Impact
that.
outside off, impact in
Reds.
line, and umpire's
No,
call.
it is.
Yes, the umpire's call.
So Akash
Yes.
and Nix, well done. And Michael Goff, well done. David Warner
Yeah,
not
well done.
happy. Sharma survives.
But
Uh,
is it one of those decisions which is more out than not out?
Yeah.
It looked more out than not out for some reason.
And this is where I don't like the game, right? This is where I think because it was not out,
Look
does Mumbai get the 4 byes?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, they do.
Okay, bad. For a
Because he
second,
wasn't given out. Had he
yeah.
been given out, and so of course,
Yeah,
then the
that
ball
guy.
wouldn't have gone onto the fence. But yeah,
For sure. 48 of 26. So can we see a Rohit 50 right now? Because he hasn't got one. Oh! Sorry, I shouldn't say anything, Rohit Sharma fans. He hasn't got a 50 in 24 IPL innings, which is madness. Bring Richard Kettlebrough for different decisions. He'll misjudge the blue jersey of MI and India and give out. Wow. I mean, solid Q making a valid point there. By the way, like and share if you
Yeah.
guys are first timers, and subscribe, press the bell icon. There's lots more content that you guys will like. We did interact with the RCB fans last night as well. That was a good clip to watch. If you guys can go back
Yep.
on our YouTube playlist and check that out, it's good to see. Right now, they're 98 for 1, 10.5, and there'll be someone breaking their duck tonight, whether it'll be Delhi or Mumbai. That's what we're asking. Who will register their first win tonight? Will
Oh,
it be Mumbai?
I
or
thought
will
you
it
were
be
saying
Delhi?
breaking the duck. You're talking about Rohit, who's
No.
not got a
No,
half
no,
century in
no.
24 innings. So yeah.
Because essentially, even last night,
Hmm.
was it last night? Sorry, day before night. No, yeah, day before, yeah. Sorry, I was just confused. With SRH also pocketing their points,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Against Punjab, yeah.
yeah, so let's see who will just be the sole loser on 0 after tonight.
Sore loser.
And sole loser.
Okay.
Sole
Makes sense.
loser as well. But right now, we can make a substitution because we have the biggest Mumbai Indian fans that you guys will ever see. He's so happy that he's channelizing
Yeah.
his inner Prabhu Deva,
Prabhu Deva,
Ganesh Hegde,
Michael,
Michael Jackson, Mithil Chakravarti. We're just going on with names. Bastard saying, hold on. Let's be.
Please give it A, please give it, leave it. This is not the most important goal, but if and not if this one
Oh, he's done well to save the bounce.
oh, he put it down. Bowling.
Cheat day for Rohit Sharma. Cheat day for Somesh Agarwal as well. He's ordered a bonanza steak here, which is still on its way.
So steak भी cheat में आ गया तो फिर खाएगा क्या इंसान मतलब यार तब तो भी यार.
Okay, so Kuldeep Yadav to Rohit Sharma. Some action indeed. Ooh, it was the wrong one to his Indian captain. Is this game just fizzling out so?
Don't think so. This pitch is
Really?
yeah.
Are we going to see a close contest? Oh, 1 second. Rohit Sharma 50. We haven't said that in 24
Yeah.
IPL games, and we can say it
And
now.
finally a 50 that we can appreciate because it has come under 30 balls.
Oh my God, that's well spotted. And look, at the end of the day, Rohit Sharma, lots of questions being thrown at him, but right now he's answering it.
Yeah.
I'm joking. He needs lots more to answer. He needs to score like hundreds after hundreds after hundreds for him to even be considered again. But even though we know how India works and we know how
Let's just stay in the present. Let's not talk about India right now. There's no point doing it. There is a game to be won. Two teams fighting for wooden spoon at the moment.
Has Rohit done something different, or is it just a shitty Delhi bowling lineup?
See, I think maybe he's batted well.
He's batted
So
well,
at
but I
times,
don't-
at times what happens is there are certain teams you feel confident playing against because you know that you've done well against them in the past.
Yeah.
And Delhi is one such team for Rohit. Maybe they helped his cause. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. Our producer is trying to show his phone from there as if he'll be able to see his.
That was hilarious. My phone, sorry, beg your pardon. That was too funny. So we just trying to make a point, and then he's expecting us to read a WhatsApp screen, which is a good.
And while making a
12
point,
feet
I mean,
away.
I just don't know what's going on.
Oh, 1 second, six.
shot,
What a
dude.
shot that is! What a shot that is!
Shot.
This guy eats spin
Absolutely.
for a living. Tilak Verma.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's eating everything at the moment
Yeah.
because against RCB,
Yeah.
he's eating pace.
He was eating
Yeah.
pace as well, and all the
Yeah.
pace.
Like before I go, please discuss Tilak Verma for India.
Oh, for
Sorry
sure.
to push it.
Talking about Rohit Sharma, just want to make a quick point right now that there are certain teams players feel comfortable against, and
Yeah.
Delhi is one of those teams. And I think Delhi eased his cause a bit by not starting with Nokia. That Mukesh Kumar over and just belting a couple of 3 boundaries in that over, it gave him a start. That's the only thing, and he has had a bit of luck as well. But हाँ ठीक है, कभी तो बनता ही है, मतलब सबको इतना chance तो मिलता ही है.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
positively for Mumbai Indians thing is that look, Kishan also kind of got 31, and hopefully he comes good, yeah. Because if you're an ardent Mumbai Indian fan, you'd want these two to
Shot,
come
four
good,
more.
well played.
And कुलदीप यादव पूरे इनिंग्स में बोल रहा होगा कि भाई मेरे को बॉलिंग मत दो, ये लोग खतरनाक फॉर्म में लग रहे हैं, बट अब फाइनली ऑप्शन नहीं है. I think with that, Nikhil, we'll bring.
Thank you.
I do to you today.
Bidded
So
you.
who do you think? I think. What do you think? Mumbai easy win for Mumbai?
Yeah, should be. They're not RCB to lose from here.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was unneeded.
I think this
That was
over
unbelievable.
has changed the tide.
Yeah, yeah.
Over I was actually thinking it tough हो सकता है, but a 6 and a 4, and certainly you feel a lot more comfortable. Cool, Nikhil. See you
Yep.
tomorrow.
See you. Thank
Have
you
a
so
good
much.
start, my friend.
Good to see you, Nix, as always. Take care, bud. We'll see you soon. Right. So Nix over there giving you guys all the fantasy tips. By the way, follow him, and we'll of course drop his Twitter link in the description below, and you can follow all of us. Not to forget cricket.com as well. Let's make a substitution, not right here in the studio, but online with Gurkirat back on board. And it's good to see Gurkirat right now cry a little bit. Sorry, he just wiped his tears. If you guys missed that, Gurkirat, it's fine. It happens. It happens to the best of us. You're a really good guy. Just know that at the end of the day, okay?
Okay. ठीक है भाई. Let the rant begin. But nothing about season, nothing about Delhi's preparation. Just talk about their bowling in this game. Your pointers have to be just about this game. That's the challenge.
I don't know why would you bowl short at Rohit Sharma on such a small ground. Makes no sense for me. You usually don't bowl someone like Mustafizur in the power play, but if you were going to do it, might as well have him bowl when Rohit's on strike rather than when Kishan is on strike. Just so many mistakes. Similarly, I mean, why would Kuldeep come on to bowl in the 10th over and not in the 8th over?
Maybe it was him who did not want to come on, looking at how dangerous Rohit and Kishan were looking.
No, but if a bowler doesn't really want to come on, if that is really the case, I hope that isn't. Then you really have to see if you want to play that player in the 11. But yeah, I don't really have much to say because yeah, I'm a little stunned as well as shocked, despite knowing that not much is going to happen in this season. But just really don't know what to say because yeah, I mean, really don't know what to say.
I mean, talk about your next fixture, mate. Do you know where it is?
Where? Bangalore?
ऐसा पूछ रहा है, इसका एक ही आंसर हो सकता है.
Yes, we
There is
will
no
see
other
each
answer
other
to
on
this question.
Saturday. We will see each other on Saturday.
So I mean, let's just move to something more sensible. जबरदस्ती RCB बीच में लाते रहता है. Because both Delhi and Mumbai lost their initial games before this, there were some questions, and I heard a few opinions where people said that even their bat. I mean, I understand that Mumbai do not have a bowling line, but people started equating Mumbai and Delhi's batting lineups too. Because in my opinion, I did not agree with it. Because in my opinion, Mumbai still are among the top 4 batting lineups in this season. What are your thoughts on it?
No, I mean, Suryakumar Yadav is the biggest differentiator between the two lineups, and then a lot fewer players are batting out of position for Mumbai than they are for Delhi. Uh, with Delhi, Mitchell Marsh needed to have a good season to begin with, for Delhi to have a chance to make it to
And
the
he
last
had
four.
to be in the country to begin with.
Sorry.
For that to happen, first he had to be in the country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's no one knew before the season that he would miss 2 games, and then yeah, even though Mumbai have been poor, Mumbai are not that stupid to promote someone like Powell to play spin. Delhi dropped Powell in the last game. No, in the second game to play Rousseau at 5, when he's clearly a top 3 player. So yeah, I mean Mumbai's batting was better, and Mumbai have someone like Tim David as well.
Yeah.
Tilak Verma is doing well. I don't think Delhi have anyone who any Indian batter who can replicate what Tilak Verma has been doing. Shaw's an obvious disappointment. So and Warner is really a shadow of himself. So really don't know how. I mean, Delhi's batting was going to be a lot about Marsh doing well. It had to be Marsh having 500 runs or bust this season, and then the one batter who's doing well, who's Akshar. Delhi don't seem to use him well. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that Delhi's batting was going to be better than Mumbai's.
Mm. Actually, I'm just looking at my pre-tournament personal rankings, and I rated Mumbai's batting third after Rajasthan and Lucknow.
And you rated Delhi's batting better than RCB's.
Yeah.
And you still agree with that? Say it. Just say it.
On paper, yes.
On paper, you think Delhi has a better. You're joking. So.
अबे आरसीबी के पास ओपनर के बाद क्या है भाई?
So what do they have after their openers?
Maxwell, बस.
No, Delhi. What do they have? Powell and all. You can't count. It's the same thing.
अरे भाई, I mean Marsh है बीच में.
What is Marsh done?
है तो ना.
Bro, then even I can
I'm saying on paper. I'm saying on paper. I'm not saying in terms of delivery. Definitely not. I'm saying, and this was anyway pre-tournament. I did not expect Warner to be this out of touch. I mean, at the moment, Rohit Sharma is looking better than Warner. And second, Shaw is having a horrible time. I know you can't expect consistency from him, but इतना ज़्यादा failure होगा ये भी नहीं सोचा था, because that's what I'm saying. These were pre-tournament rankings.
So sticking with your pre-tournament rankings, what were your bowling rankings? Because I know we spoke about it, but just to remind people, you went for Delhi and Mumbai in the bottom.
Bottom is Mumbai.
Okay.
And second last is Chennai. Because they don't have a death bowler.
Yeah, and I remember I think you put Delhi.
And then after that, Delhi.
Yeah, Delhi.
And I just don't know. Delhi, for me, on batting and bowling, both are in the bottom 4.
Yeah.
And yet I have ranked them as one of my top 4. I don't know. Maybe I was just hedging.
I don't know how
but
he's made
this
those
is a very
calls.
bad hedging move.
No, but see, that is the thing. I don't think anyone expected Warner to be this poor. I know he's scored 350s, so some might think it's harsh, but he's been poor. He's nowhere been the batter he was, and I think no one expected Prithvi to be as poor also, and Marsh missing 2 games and not doing anything in those 2 games. Again, it's not something that you could have predicted. Bangalore's batting, I would have rated decently if Patidar was not missing, because Patidar is definitely that glue which can hold the team together when spinners come into the operation in the middle overs.
News before it became official, there were it was 95% certain even before the tournament began that he will be missing the season.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I rated them keeping that in mind. कि Patidar नहीं है. Patidar होता then obviously it would have been a different story. Although still बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But still.
No, but I still feel that RCB definitely have a better team on paper and in terms of the batting. And then that's not a biased opinion. I just generally feel like more proven players, bro. I mean, essentially Marsh and Powell, yeah, sure, they've lit up other T20 leagues, and Marsh has showed recent evidence as well. It's not going to come. They're going to have much more.
Are Bangalore playing Delhi at Kotla?
At Bangalore have 4.
Will they be playing them at Kotla at some point of time
I
this season?
do not think so. I do not think so. I don't think we play Delhi.
Because I'm just looking at this wicket. This wicket, total wicket in the last game, assisted paces.
Hmm.
Today, we're already seeing in the second innings that the puff of dust is already coming out. So I'm pretty sure that this wicket is going to assist spin a lot more as the season progresses.
I think.
So this can turn out to be a very tricky game for RCB if they end up playing here.
Yeah. I mean, I think essentially just 3 spin menus in this whole IPL. Delhi, Chennai and Lucknow. Yeah, nothing else comes close. I think obviously in May and stuff, we'll see how the wickets break up. Keep your comments coming through, by the way. I know me, Gurkirat and Som love to chat with each other, but we're, of course, allowing you guys to have your say in this space as well, as the game is meandering to an inevitable Mumbai win. 119 for 113.2. Akshar 20 for overs. Brilliant bowling. Could have got both wicket 2 single and Sepad.
Actually, if you think about it, even though Mumbai will be winning this, Akshar is the man of the match.
That is
so far.
And it's not the first time they've given a loser a man of the match. We saw that with Dhawan as well for his 99. So let's see. Who among Isha and Ashar is better? Neither gives me confidence. Sanjay Papyagiri.
Dhawan.
Actually, that's an honest answer.
But it's crazy how we just go back to Dhawan now. Like 2 months ago.
Credit to him. Like, no credit to him. I want to. I've not spoken much today, but I want to take this opportunity that I don't think many would have thought, especially given how Dhawan was struggling last year in ODIs, that he would have so far he would be the better opener amongst KL, Rohit and Warner. I'm not just talking about the volume of runs. I'm even talking about how a batter is looking. You know, sometimes you don't have the runs, but you are looking very good. Rohit last year in the IPL did not have runs, but he was looking good. But Dhawan has really looked better than probably 5-6 openers. Stop. 5-6 openers in this tournament, and I really think that if Ruturaj was not doing well, I would have said that maybe you can make him a backup opener instead of Kishan in the World Cup. But since Ruturaj is doing well, I'd rather have Ruturaj as a backup opener in the World Cup squad rather than Kishan.
Gurgeet, one question here. Interesting to bring that up. If Gaikwad has to be that backup opener, and I just hate talking about India when we are covering IPL, but I have to just mention this since you brought this up. If till the World Cup, Gaikwad doesn't play even a single ODI, would you still want him as your backup instead of someone like a Dhawan who has played at this level before and represented India in ICC tournament?
Yeah, then it's difficult. Then it's difficult because it's just huge pressure. It's just throwing someone in the deep and with both the ends of the rope and hoping that they somehow try and find and swim towards the river bank. It's very difficult in that scenario. But Dhawan has really shown that despite your limitations with the bat, despite your despite your reflexes slowing down and the age catching up on you, if you really want to improve, you can keep improving. Dhawan before this IPL has never been so intent on playing those reverse slaps or reverse sweeps, and he's done it with some success. I wouldn't say that he's been very good at it, but at least he's trying. It's we keep talking about how Kohli doesn't play the sweep, doesn't try even, and on the other hand, there is Shikhar who's trying so many things. I thought that the other day he could really have had his 100 if he had not looked to play the reverse twice in that last over. So it's good to see someone like Dhawan just keeping on trying to improvise himself and add more shots to his armory, which so many batters and so many players don't do.
Well, when we talk about openers right now, I'm just thinking with India in the next 2, 3, 4 years, Gill and Gaikwad should just be the standards to meet.
Yeah.
This Gill and Gaikwad.
I mean, if India want to have Gill and Gaikwad, they need lefties following them.
100% Tilak Verma.
Yeah, you can't just
Sai Sudarshan. Yeah. We're good.
I'm, as much as I would love Gill and Gaikwad to bat together, my biggest pet peeve is having 2 righties or 2 lefties as openers.
No, imagine Gill and Gaikwad, and then
but both Gill and Gaikwad don't struggle against away going spin.
That's also there, but I'm just saying, even if you want to throw a left-hander, we have a lot of left-handers.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, it's okay for them to open, but your number 3 has to be a left-hander.
And will be a left-hander.
Irrespective ki bhai kaun form mein.
Yeah, so
there you have to have number. It can be anyone.
Tilak Verma.
You can't
Let's be honest. Tilak Verma is going to be.
Yeah,
that number one,
Should
right?
be, ideally.
And then even if you want to throw in Rahul Tripathi at 4, then you can bring in maybe,
Sky is 4. Sky is
maybe
not
a
going
Rishabh Pant
anywhere.
at 5.
Sky is not going anywhere for some time now.
Yeah, of course, Sky is there, but I'm just talking in terms of going
Yeah,
forward.
your
in
5 can be
cricket.
Tripathi, 6 can be Pandya. I mean, whatever it is, yeah, we
Things
will
like
do
that.
the India chatter.
Yeah, invariably we kind of get
Yeah,
seduced by the India
let's
talk.
not do it right now.
Keep the comments coming through, of course, because this game I don't think is gonna have a close finish to it because Rohit Sharma means business and Mumbai want the 2 points.
Yeah, I think ultimately Akshar Patel will be picked by Piyush Chawla for the man of the match award.
Oh.
Should be.
I was scared. I was like, okay, fine, the man of the match. I was like, what?
Because
was he
match
saying
winning
now?
performance and ठीक है मतलब deserving भी होगा एक तरीके से देखा जाए तो.
For sure. Now Mumbai, I think they definitely be thinking.
Yeah, पहले ये
net
मतलब
run,
अभी not really. I mean, on this wicket, 33 ball 51.
But with 9 wickets in hand, it's a canter. क्या फिक्र है भाई? Oh!
भाई देखो ना अभी ये last 2 दिन जो देखा है ना उसके बाद तो ये सब बोलना
You
बेकार है.
never know. You cannot write home until the fat lady sings. Gurkirat, imagine Delhi Capitals win from here, bro. Then you have to do something crazy.
भाई शुभ तो टी-शर्ट उतार के नाचेगा बाहर बता रहा हूँ.
For sure. Gurkirat, what will you do? Promise something to me and the viewers. What you can do if Delhi win from here?
Will you also get a certain body part tattooed?
Nah, nothing of that sort is happening. Nothing of that
Okay,
sort.
man. Oh! Would you give up Sikh kebabs for a week?
No.
If I tell you now Delhi are winning it, you wouldn't sacrifice Sikh kebabs here.
अवनीश
No.
को बोल बेटर टाइटल जीतेगा ये ना ये नॉनवेज छोड़ देगा.
Yeah, 100%.
1 year no non.
2 years, bro.
2 years no non-veg.
For sure.
Yeah.
He sala veg nam de.
ये 2 साल में.
He 2 sala veg nam.
नहीं see मेरा बड़ा सिंपल है लॉजिक और ये सब which is why मैं बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजों में बिलीव नहीं करता. There has to be a direct correlation to me giving up something and say a team achieving something. जब तक वो नहीं है मैं नहीं कुछ give up कर रहा. I've given up my brain cells already.
किरत इज लाइक कि हाँ ये मेरे अकाउंट में कुछ पैसे से भेजे तो मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ मैं. फिर कुछ फायदा है.
मतलब I've given up. I've lost some of my brain cells. I've lost some of my calmness because of this team. It's time that I regain it back. So if they actually win, they'd be paying back me my lost brain cells, my lost calmness. I'm not giving it.
You've been a Delhi fan for the longest time, but is this the year where you've just literally lost your shit, or have there been seasons before this where you've actually pissed off?
I lost.
Same boat पे हो.
No, but this year apparently I've never seen Mukira this pissed off with this team.
इसके तू बचपन से जानता है ना.
Yeah, for sure. I know him since the age of
No,
12.
I don't think I've ever been as pissed as what I was in 2021 playoffs, especially after that loss to Chennai in that qualifier 1 and that loss to Kolkata in qualifier 2. After that, I expect them to screw up. Just that even then sometimes it gets to me. And today I was really speechless on that Powell promotion and then Powell getting out to spin. Even though everyone could see it coming, it was just shocking how they could keep doing the same thing again. Which is why I said कि कुत्ते की पूंछ सीधी होने का चांस है. ये मैनेजमेंट अपनी गलतियां ना दोहराए उसका 0 चांस है.
Now again, this move baffles.
This is the over that breaks the game.
Yeah, and I there is no need for Mukesh Kumar to bowl this over. There are 5 overs remaining. 2 Nokia has 2, Mustafizur has 2, Kuldeep has 2. So these 3 put together have 6 overs and they're giving the ball to Mukesh Kumar.
I think they just want to close out with pace, which is silly.
No, why on this wicket?
Why on this wicket? I don't know. That you can ask them, but essentially, I think they just want
Not really. I mean,
1 over of Mukesh here, and then Nokia, Mustafizur, close out.
No, but if Mukesh goes for 20, this game is done.
I know. I agree with you guys. I'm just playing devil's advocate, yaar. It's all like I'm Ricky Ponting's assistant, guys. This is a different perspective.
मुझे लगा you feel कि ये सही
No,
move है, right?
no. I agree.
This can't
I think Kuldeep should have bowled this over, then Nokia. And
Yeah,
then
even
maybe-
Nokia bowling this over is fine.
Agreed for sure. But look, Mukesh, let's see if he has it in him. Honestly, I don't think he would. And that too, he's bowling to Tilak, who's not look that good, but still, 25-24 on this pitch is a decent reward. Mumbai still need 50 from the last 5. Get your comments in. Let us know if this is a good bowling selection.
Four more क्या मतलब 4 अभी तो शुरू हुआ है.
Four more
तो
will
मैं
start.
लगाऊंगा एक बॉल बाद.
MI need a boundary somehow. The required rate is going up. 6. I mean, Santosh has got one. They might get more. And James hopes if Ricky
Come
Ponting,
on, guys.
I don't know. Will Ricky Ponting say post-match saying, I saw Mukesh in the nets. He was really good. He was really good. Good
Maybe,
in the
maybe, yeah.
nets.
You should have seen Mukesh bowl in the nets.
He
He looked
really
like
good.
getting 6 wickets in an over.
Quite ridiculous. Kuldeep has bowled 2 poor overs. But still, Nanda, you'll back Kuldeep right now compared to Mukesh, right? Because Nokia has 2, like Som read out, and Mustafiz would have 2. They're obviously death
and if you're
bowlers.
going to bowl Kuldeep Yadav only 2 was on this wicket, might as well not play him.
Yeah.
What is the point?
We've seen Pawan Negi bat ahead of Ross Taylor.
Okay, I just want to say one thing. Somesh is not really a Delhi fan, but you see him getting so irked up during Delhi's games because of the obvious stupidity on display. So it's not just Delhi fans who.
Oh, this has
10
gone to
runs of 2
Ghaziabad.
overs, we
This has
already-
gone to
We
Ghaziabad.
called it that this over is game over.
And Warner, what is Warner thinking right now?
Why am I the captain?
I mean, it's just shocking, this. And Gurkirat, really sorry for you and all your other Delhi fans. It must be absolutely tragic. Because look, in the grandest scheme of things, right, whenever Delhi are playing Mumbai in any sporting competition, it's almost like alpha male vibes. It's the alpha male derby. It's like, main dikhata, main Delhi's and all of that.
See,
But
this-
right now, what do you have to even show for your team? It's a joke.
It just reminds me of what Ashish Nehra said in that podcast. What Sachin Tendulkar told him. Ashish bhai, common sense is not common.
It's not common. Is not common indeed. And sometimes
And
the best. in
You're
the
watching
business-
live. You're watching live what separates Dhoni from the others. He would not have made this error. Simple as that.
Dhoni doesn't make these errors even in his sleep, I feel.
Chennai make errors now and again. Like right now, they're figuring out what to do with Stokes. But on field, tactically,
And
they
it's not some glaringly obvious errors, and it's not match-costing errors.
never do it.
It's minimal from a CSK perspective, but sometimes teams just end up doing that. We saw with Bangalore as well.
6 more.
This is ridiculous. This
6
is ridiculous.
more.
He's making Mukesh look like an absolute school child here, Tilak Verma. We told you.
And this is not Mukesh's
We
fault.
told you.
This is not
It's not. It's so
This is
sad
not
for
Mukesh's
Mukesh,
fault.
yaar. And he, Mukesh, ideally his best bet was to probably bowl to Rohit Sharma first up, maybe 1 over, only because Akashdeep and Tushar Deshpande got Rohit Sharma early on in that movement. So maybe that. But apart from that, you're throwing a child into an 8-feet pool and ask him to swim without sort of life-saving jackets. It's impossible. No chance.
I think maybe the reason is they bought him as an impact player and they got carried away कि अब लाए हैं तो कुछ तो करें, because हर बार वो अमन हकीम खान को लाते थे जो ना बैटिंग करता था ना bowling करता था. So I don't know, but yeah.
He used to supply shisha to the Delhi Capital squad by the looks of it. Gurkirat's gone quiet. That doesn't happen normally. That's like, it doesn't. It's like saying doesn't rain in Bangalore anymore.
बोलने के लिए कुछ है ही नहीं, क्या बोले?
The Delhi Capitals have shut their fan base up. It's sad.
Yeah, see, more than shutting up the fan base, they should really find a way to shut up their critics, which at the moment are increasing with every ball.
Taken.
Oh, it's a wicket. Awaz.
Taken.
Awaz.
Manish Pandey doesn't drop any.
Awaz.
So at least we'll get to see some sky.
Sky. We in fact told you to pick Sky in the fantasy previews. Apologies, because Sky has actually not got any sort of gig in this game. But good knock from Tilak
Yeah, but
Verma.
you cannot not
yet
have
again.
sky in your fantasy team.
Again, today's Som 39 of quick time and of substance.
I did not have Sky in my fantasy team because of one reason. His record at Delhi isn't the greatest. He averages 16 at Delhi.
Fair. Okay, wait, before we just move on to other things, Tilak Verma begs for a takeaway because look, he's been Mumbai's highest run getter since he's walked into this franchise, which speaks volumes.
And the names that have surrounded him.
Exactly.
And despite having those names, he's the highest run getter.
Exactly. So when will he start cut-cutting on the India door?
He's already cut-cutting.
But like in actuality.
Let's see. I mean,
This year, because I know it's an ODI year and we've been throwing T20 caps for fun. We've seen that in Sri Lanka, New Zealand.
see, the person he's competing with right now is Rahul Tripathi. at 3
Hmm.
because Rahul Tripathi also plays for 3. So, and that is because Rahul Tripathi has just earned his spot.
Correct.
And I mean, maybe they'll have to push Tripathi to 5 because you can't move Sky.
Yeah. Gurkirat, what is your call on Tilak Verma? And do you think India should usher him quickly right now? Because he's already had one good season in the IPL. 2 good seasons will obviously do him a world of good. When will it be, according to you?
So see, as per the selectors, there's an obvious, plan to fast track him because he was named for the A teams. I think it was in ODIs. I'm not sure if it was uh, in first class cricket, but he did play for India A. Uh, but I think he'll have to wait given Rahul Tripathi is there, and Rahul Tripathi's body of work right now is greater than Tilak Verma's. I like him. I like his temperament a lot, uh, but I think he needs to work on his game versus pace.
Oh, he's gone! What is
Oh
up with
my
Sky?
God!
Sky's got another duck, another first ball duck for Surya Kumar Yadav.
Okay,
There is
okay.
something off because the
I-
law of averages catches up with you. And at the end of the day, Gurkirat and Som come in here. We've seen Sky kill it in T20s, but sometimes even the best
Abey,
have a
yaar.
Skyfall, Skyfall,
Ah.
Skyfall.
Okay. I said this. I said this. I said this. The reason why I did not take him in my fantasy 11 today because he does not have a great record at Delhi. He averages 16. So
ये
that
भाई,
was one.
ये जो हुआ ना अभी मोमेंट इसका रिकॉर्ड से कुछ लेना देना नहीं. It was a street ball.
Yeah, it was. But I'm just saying sometimes there are some unexplainable things that happen.
अबे
The force of
यार,
nature.
Come on.
Surya Kumar Yadav.
कोई नहीं भाई, कोई नहीं. It'll pass. This too
Literally.
shall pass.
I mean, it's
Not
honestly
his fault. It's not like he's
not his
undone by a
fault, not
Jaffer
his
or
fault
something.
at all, bro. I mean,
It's
just
fine.
one of those where
But-
he just gets sucked
But
into.
we were lambasting Delhi's choice to bowl Mukesh Kumar, always given 14 runs. Or
No,
16
this
runs.
is still a poor call.
Yeah,
His bowling had nothing to do with the wickets.
This could easily have been a 6 and game पूरा ही खत्म था.
But now, 1 second, if Nokia removes Rohit, then knocks his poles over, is there a game, lads?
Who walks in now?
Right now, it's definitely
Nehal Vadera.
Ritik Shokeen, Panch only Ritik.
5 only वाला Ritik.
Or maybe you're right, Nihal Vidara
Nehal
is a good
Vadera.
shout. I mean, they have Tim David as well waiting in the wings, so you never know. Look at my previous comment, already predicted this guy's not going to score many runs in this
Sushant,
IPL.
11 more games to go. Let's see.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure that his fortunes will turn at some point of time in this.
Okay, who are you throwing the ball to now? Impact sub, that is, of course, David coming on.
in.
For Riley Meredith, that is. Nokia, surely, right? Or Mustafa Zul? Nokia, bro. 100% Nokia.
दोनों में से किसी
Or
को
would
भी
you
दे
want,
दो.
or would you not Nokia to bowl the next one and then the last?
कुछ भी कर लो मालिक.
Hello, doesn't matter. Rotan strike 61 of 40. Funnily enough, Virat was also in this particular score last night. I think 61 of 40 is something of that sort.
Full toss.
It is Mustafizur, not Nokia,
And
and he
it's
starts
four.
with 4. I mean, just when Delhi won a good couple of balls,
Gap finding.
that over, like Som said, yeah, Mukesh Kumar, not the right choice. He got 2 wickets, but like Gurkirat also said, 16 runs. In a scenario like this, where the game's already nip and tuck, you need a couple of good overs to go Delhi's way right now to pull it back. They have to rely on a miracle from Nokia or Mustafizur, or maybe Rohit just making a mistake. Because if David is just joined in, just joins Rohit out there, there is Ritik Shokeen, there is Nihal Videra. Obviously, Rohit doesn't want to give them a chance out there. So, look, I mean, it's still not over. 30 of 23, make it 30 of 22. Mumbai Indian fans will be slightly worried, but look, they're in the driver's seat. Even Cricket's going on a say-so, 62% still. I mean, what is 38% of a chance of Delhi? They're flattering Delhi here. They literally are. And Cricket's, I mean, does not get too many wrong.
I think it's all about Mustafizur because I've seen him do that in the past.
Yeah.
At this point of time, Mustafizur is much more important to Delhi's cause than Nokia, in my opinion.
Interesting shot. And Mustafizur has got 2 dot balls after that first boundary being conceded. Michael Goff agrees with the Bangladesh lad, not giving a wide. Keep your comments coming through. Let's see if there's a Delhi miracle. If there can be, it'll be shocking. this game can get even more shocking. So what is it for Surya?
अरे यार,
It's
हद हो गई यार.
not 150 in his last 6 T20 scores.
50, ये बेचारा फर्स्ट बॉल डक पीछा नहीं छोड़ रहा, तुम 50-50 की बात कर
It's
रहे हो.
quite crazy. Saravanan says everyone knows that Rahman Pawar will struggle against spin. Why didn't they set Akshar Patel? We've been saying this for the longest time, Saravanan. We have 3 top balls in a row now. Rohit. Chalo, Rohit, 4-liter diesel engine. Bro.
देखते हैं भाई क्या ये हो गया.
Okay.
यार.
Okay, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm trying to be a little cheeky here. I think Mustafizur will now attempt a slower ball, bowling across Rohit, probably pitching on the off fourth stump, taking it away from Rohit, and Rohit will try to hoik it. If it goes for a 6 or it goes up for a catch to be taken is something that we'll have to see. But I think that will be the plan.
Whoa! God, what a catch that is! And Gurkirat has the ability to predict the future. I mean, he
Nah,
said
this is not it.
no, but
my-
to be fair, he said fourth stump. I know it was you were saying a slow ball, but it was more kind of full and fast.
This-
Review क्या है भाई? What is this review?
They're reviewing for a bump ball, maybe, and that's the only thing I can think of. I'm surely thinking they're not thinking anything else because it's definitely come off the bat. What a grab by the young Abhishek Porel. Take a bow, lad, to just make this game interesting. And just when you think games are kind of seemingly going one team's way, there is always another team which will just come back. Now, Mustafizur in the block hole. Oh, that's not out. That's not out.
Oh my god.
That is out.
That is out.
It has bounced before.
I mean, I know I don't wear glasses, but surely I might need to check my eyesight.
No, it's bounced before.
So tell me I'm wrong, or tell me Gurkirat.
No, that is. I mean, वो he's walking तो मैं क्या ही
Oh, he's
बोलूं?
walking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe sorry. I should really check my eyesight. Maybe I should book a doctor's appointment in the morning. But having said that, a wicket and Rohit Sharma goes back. Gurkirat, come on, mate. Come on. Delhi's back in the game. According to Cricketlytics, 45% chance for Delhi, yaar.
Cricketlytics is not aware of Delhi's game. I am.
And I mean, what a grab by Porel, yaar. मतलब amazing catch
What a catch. I mean,
in the situation.
for sure. I mean, we've seen some really good grabs by wicket keepers in this year's competition, namely Prithvi Shaw getting out to Trent Bolt and Sanju Samson taking a blinder. But Abhishek Porel's grab, brilliant stuff.
Oh, he's not walking. They're waiting.
He's not walking.
No, but there isn't enough evidence to overturn the decision either.
Oh, that is cruel.
But ये सब तो subjective है. अब देखो क्या होता है.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'll come down to the fact that they'll show this one, and then that will be enough to give it out. Surely that will be enough to give it out. Flat line, I'm satisfied. Can we rock and roll that, please? That's a joke. It's out.
I don't think there's a question of Rohit hitting it. I just think they want to check if it was a bumped ball or not, which I don't think it was.
No, wasn't about Paul.
Good grab. Nice grab, man.
Great grab, honestly. Abhishek Porel looks like a younger version of Carlton Ball.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Just face-wise, if you guys know, you know. Right, so Delhi got the wicket, and Tim David has not faced a ball. He's going to be joined in by maybe Nehal Videra or Ritik Chaukin. You don't know who. And look, Mumbai still need 30 of their final 20
This is
balls.
actually anyone's game.
This is everyone's game now. I can't believe that. I mean, Mumbai were 122 for 1 in 14 overs. How can you cock up a run chase like that? 50 needed of 5 with 9 wickets in hand. Or is it just the surface?
Actually, I was about to say, even though Mumbai might win this, I don't think this is a bold first wicket.
It's not a bold first wicket.
No.
Okay, so in hindsight, of course, we can say that. But generally, I mean, you said that Mumbai's batters are probably one of the best in the tournament. Surely they can read situations better, right?
Yeah, but I mean, ठीक है, who could have predicted कि Sky ऐसे इतनी खराब बॉल पे आउट होगा, and they can still win it. It's not like they've lost
They can
it.
still win it.
I'm saying, yeah.
It will be a blow. Imagine if
Hey,
Mumbai
so
wins
Gurkirat, I mean,
this.
before you go, please quick prediction. What do you think will happen?
I think Mumbai will still win.
Oh,
And
you
and I'd like to stay, but अब तुम लोग भेज रहे हो कोई बात नहीं.
We'll definitely see you tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow for sure. Take it easy, buddy. We'll see you soon. And do not sleep with a heavy heart. Right, so Cameron Green's still there. How did I forget about Cameron Green?
Oh yeah,
Green is still there.
Maybe bhul gaya tha. Shit.
And now Mumbai
And
winning
four.
this. Yeah, Mumbai winning this now. Sorry. Green is still there. We apologize. It's just that Green's batted up the order for Mumbai in the first two games, but now he's just been. I mean, do you agree with this move? Or is it just a one off?
What?
Green saved in the latter.
Of course, I mean, at that point of time, it was a very good move.
No, I said they won't do this going forward, right?
It depends. So, I mean, I was just thinking about what they did. They sent Tilak Verma in because their openers had already survived like 8 overs. And if at all it happens, they should be sending Tilak Verma up front. I think the tactic that they have is two things. They want Cameron Green to face pace. That will only happen if they lose a quick wicket in power play, which is what happened in the game. Who did they play before this? Chennai.
Yeah.
So, yeah, makes sense. Fair enough.
And you feel that generally with Mumbai, right? I get an impression that I know they want to maximize Cameron Green's three-department ability and the fact that they spent 17 crores on him, but they need to be careful. They can't use him as a first change. They can't use him everywhere because, look, they don't want to lose a player like him who gives them so much. He brings a lot of balance. So it's really a fine line about how you use Cameron Green. I like to see him maybe adopt a finisher's role from time to time. That's not such a bad strategy.
I mean, because he adds value in both departments, they must have told him, "We'll use you as a floater."
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see. Anyway, Nokia to Tim David, 26 of 18. So, look, Nokia has 2 overs left.
Yeah, but Mumbai have to maximize this over.
This over?
Because I don't think Mustafizur will be easy to hit.
Okay. So, 26 of
They need
2.5
at least
essentially.
10 in this over.
At least 10. I think even if Mumbai get like 6 out of this over, they're still confident to chase it, right?
That is true. वो तो 2 run भी आएंगे तो भी बन जाएगा. Ganguly is clearly unhappy about something, and he's also pissed. कि भाई क्या कर रहे हो यार?
It's the Ganguly versus Tendulkar IPL derby. 147 for 4, 17.1. Oh, it's a Yorker, but played away.
Played well.
And has he found the
4-2.
gap? No, he's got 2. Akshar will clean up. And 24 of 16 right now. It's going down to the wire, this, We've seen strange things happen. And like we've said all the time, the IPL is suddenly picking up steam as we head into the double digits of games. We saw it with GTK here. We saw with LSG RCB. Are we seeing another fantastic midweek game? I mean, the GTK here, to be fair, was a Sunday one. Anyway, Nokia to David. Come on, Nokia. Knock his balls out. Oh, brilliant ball. Brilliant ball. I mean, Delhi have their best bowlers right now. At least the next 2.3 overs. Nokia has 9 balls. Mustafizur has 6. It's all about execution. I know Green and David are terrific hitters of the ball, especially pace bowling. But if I was a betting man, right now, I know the odds would be absolutely high. If the odds are, say, 7-1, would you put $100 in Delhi? To risk winning $700?
No, because I'm not a batting man.
Okay, but hypothetically, given the match scenario, 23 or 14.
At this situation, yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To take the punt, take the gamble. Yeah, but that was the over, I think, with Mukesh. It was almost like one of those overs which really was eventful, got 2 wickets, but also saw those initial boundaries
It
being
should have
leaked.
been a 6.
That should have been a
Come
6.
on.
It reminded me of that Jofra Archer 6. Would have reminded lots of fans about it as well. By the way, like this particular video and share it as much as possible. It helps with the algorithm. It helps with all of that with our watch-alongs. And subscribe. Tell a friend about cricket.com. I think we're reaching 19,300 odd in terms of subscribers. And we're only going to get stronger with you guys out there. We're putting a lot of content out in terms of shots as well. So, yeah, keep your likes coming. Another fantastic ball from Nokia. Oh, it might go away for 4. No. Akshay will put it back for 2 more for Mumbai.
5 have come off this over of 5 balls.
I love a wicket here. I would
5 balls, 4 balls.
absolutely love a wicket.
But I mean, Nokia has shown his cards. He's just going to go for Yorkers.
Yeah, and why not?
Has
Because
been predictable so far. I mean, why not to nahi? Because, I mean,
no, essentially the best part about Yorkers, yeah, sure, you can't get under, which is a no-brainer. But more importantly, right, when you ask a bowler to bowl a Yorker, you're at least controlling your field. You're controlling your field. You're at least taking one equation out of the game because the batter can only hit a Yorker to certain parts unless he gets really funky. Anyway,
Five
last
for five,
ball,
last ball. Oh,
great
good,
over.
good.
Just 6 off it, like we predicted. So 20 off 2. And I have no, I mean, Delhi have no right to be in this game right now. They have no
Absolutely.
right to be in this game. I mean,
Absolutely not.
it's quite crazy. Read somewhere all the overseas players of MI today are over 6 feet. How rare is such an occurrence? That's a good point. That's a great observation. I don't know if it's ever happened ever in the history of IPL, but that's something to think about for sure in the next 30 seconds or so.
No, I'm thinking
Maybe Chennai,
Yeah, Chennai back in the day.
Orim, and who else did they have? They had what is this lad? Makaya and Tini, Hayden, and they had that other tall Sri
Bollinger?
Lankan. I think yeah.
That
And what was the Sri Lankan guy's name? Kapu Gedra, but he was not that tall, right? Maybe
Then
not.
Murli too, but yeah.
Then Murli too. Yeah, for sure. RCB at one point in time with Gale and
AV.
no, before
AV is surely
in
above 6
2010.
feet, right?
Yeah, in 2010 when they had Gale, they had the likes of
Nanis.
yeah, like Riley
Nanis
Rousseau.
ki jagah
Not
to
Riley
Gale
Rousseau.
aaya tha.
What was the other guy's name? Dylan Dupree, my bad. Dylan Dupree, all those lads.
क्या नाम है याद है भाई
It's crazy. Anyway, Mustafizur to Captain Green. Oh, surely they're going to review that for a no ball, or is it just under and it's okay? Because I don't think there's a signal from the square leg umpire, so it's 19 of 11. And Ricky Ponting, they're showing some visuals of him being animated. Oh, he's saying, yeah, go for Mustafizur, go into the block hole, go into the pads. Look at Dada, and who would have thought this in that 2003 World Cup final? Huh? 20 years later, they'll be in the same team, franchise cricket.
talking about कि इधर से आ रही है तो ये field
Oh
है इधर
my god! Oh my god! It's like almost like predicting Rohit Sharma and Aaron Finch to be part of an IPL. team
It's like
2043.
two different camps.
Yeah.
Ponting and Ganguly are more like यहाँ ऐसे डाल रहे तो field ये Rohit is like क्या यार खत्म नहीं कर रहे यार ये लोग क्या देर हो रहा है.
Okay, anyway, Mustafizur and Som spot on because look, it is harder to hit the Bangladesh man because he has those cutters and he just bowls it into the surface like this, which is conducive to pace. What is up with Akash Ambani's mustache? Because he looks like he's trying to take it out of the Amrit Nokia mustache.
Everyone wants to be a gangster. Until the real gangster arrives.
Oh.
And the real gangster is actually on the wicket.
Are you singing that song, which is that everyone wants to be a gangster, gangster? There was a meme, right? Which is that? Yeah.
ये सब तू ही सुनता है
No
भाई,
man, I know every bastard knows about
काजे
it.
में जाके.
Bastard also knows about it. Anyway, 25 y'all watching. If you guys think MI gonna win, subscribe. If you guys think cricket's gonna win, like and subscribe. If you think Delhi's gonna win, just like. Honestly, we don't care right now. But 18 of 9, I can't believe it's gone down to this. I think sometimes maybe the BCCI were listening to me what I said earlier. Because I just had a simple request. Because we're such hard-working lads.
Yeah.
Either give us great games or give us games which end up at 10:30. So now I think they're giving us a great
game. And yesterday's great game ended at 11:45.
Oh my God. I was actually listening to the stadium. Be like, oh my God, RCB. But anyway, Mustafizur to Green. That is 17 crores, but it could be held out here. No, it can't.
6.
Woo! By the skin of their teeth. And that could be the shot which seals it. He stood back and talk about standing and delivering. That's exactly what big old Cameron Green did that.
If Mumbai win from here, 17 में से 2 करोड़ तो वसूल.
Yeah, for sure.
पक्का.
100%. 100%. Is he the best Cameron in the IPL ever? Cameron White tha, bhai. Cameron Diaz, she was part of some sort of IPL ad, I'm guessing. But anyway, jokes apart, 8 balls, 12 runs, and 11 of 7. How much will Lockyer be happy defending? 10? 9?
25?
2? 25? I mean, it's quite ridiculous.
His last over went for 6, so he should fancy himself. Unless this goes for 6, then he has to defend 5.
He should just think of it as a super over and just be like, listen,
See,
come on,
if this goes for 4, then Arshdeep Singh would be like, oh, I know this. I know this
feeling.
Yeah, I have to defend 7 of the last over.
Oh, God. Anyways, 162 for 4. And you know what, Delhi Capitals? Imagine if your batters actually ended on a high. They could have got to 180. They were 165 for 5 and they fell apart to 172 all out. Oh, David. Oh, that is a smash. That is a tennis forehand. I mean, he's literally played it like that. rolled his wrist over it, and it's gone for 6. I mean,
Now,
game 7
there is only
match.
one thing that can save Delhi. Run out at the non-striker's end.
Oh, I was going to go for Karthik Tyagi. Because if you guys know, you know.
Yeah.
He defended 4 of 6. And can Anrik Nokia channelize his inner Karthik Tyagi? 5 runs required of 6 balls. I have no idea why anyone would even go back and look at the highlights of this game. Because there was nothing to it.
Yeah, this Harshal Patel thinks
This
will
is
make
too
me-
funny.
How can anyone
This is
miss
too
this?
funny. This is too
Kaise
funny.
chuta yaar ye?
Ah.
And then DK doing DK things.
DK doing DK things and then Avesh doing Avesh things. Like who goes to that and then
Like,
just
throw
whacks
the
it?
helmet.
It's insane. What was that?
Helmet फेंक दिया यार.
Wasn't there a celebration of some sort where it's like, oh, was that a dance? step
Rock
in
bottom.
Hyderabad?
The rock bottom.
Oh yeah, the rock bottom. Avesh was reprimanded for that, by the way, and rightly so. Gambhir and Vijay Daya should have been as well for silence in the crowd. Basa Parida going on to say, under Cameron White's captaincy, my brother Bipla Samtri made his IPL debut. Hence, he's the best Cameron in the IPL. Spot on, lad. And good old Whitey
Who's
played
the
for
best Biplav in the IPL?
Ooh.
Oh, there have been only 2 Camerons in the IPL. So no Cameron Diaz. So I'm not liking this.
Surely there'll be a Cameron blue, Cameron red, Cameron orange, white and green to ho gaya, right? Cameron black to ho gaya.
Cameron Grey.
Cameron grey. I mean, just
Cameron Grey. Acha. Cameron Grey.
I mean, it would have been funny if RCB played in white and Mumbai played in green. Then they would actually lived up to their team names also.
Yeah.
But look, 5 of 6 can Nokia do the unthinkable. Because we've seen 29 being hit of the last 5 balls. We can see definitely 6 balls being defended of 5 runs. Nokia, surely he has a very strange field. 3 up on the offside, all behind the wicket.
Nokia.
Oh, good ball.
Oh.
Oh, they might come back for 2. No. So 4 or 5, great ball. He would have liked a dot, but look, you can't be too greedy. Beggars can't be choosers, Delhi fans. And it just makes you think, where do Delhi go from here? I mean, I know they come to Bangalore, but like, I think Bangalore also will give them an absolute pasting. I hope. Imagine Delhi get their first points against Bangalore. Oh my God.
अभी ना तुम कुछ बोलने लायक स्थिति में हो नहीं. अभी Bangalore can't talk.
Let's take it one day at a time.
David. Oh,
Oh,
God!
God! He's put it down.
Drop!
He's put it down,
Mukesh
Mukesh.
Kumar.
What are you doing, my lad?
Oh.
Mukesh. Ganguly knows it. Rohit knows it. They're showing all the big boys at the Kotla right now.
Oh.
That was a dolly. That should be snaffled.
That was a raspberry dolly.
That was. I mean, honestly, this should be taken in, I don't know, under 14 cricket,
Oh.
under 12 cricket, some would say.
I think
Straight to
Bastav's
him.
brother would have taken this.
Yeah, Biplav. Biplav?
Yeah.
A good old Biplav.
Cameron Diaz would have taken this.
Cameron Diaz would have taken that. One-handed. Anyway, Nokia 4 to 4. What does he have? Oh, that's a great ball. Surely it's off the pad. Review it.
Wide,
Don't
give
give
it
a
wide.
wide, you stupid umpire.
Review it.
Thank you, David Warner. I love this new rule of where you can like literally review wides.
रोहित शर्मा like, "Hey, क्या review कर रहा है?
Yeah, Rohit Sharma.
Late हो रहा है मेरे को.
Very
बड़ा
true.
पाव ठंडा हो रहा है मेरा."
Legit, please tell me it's even flicked his pants, yaar. 4 of 3 is so much more enterprising than a
Let it
3 of
let
4.
it flick his shoelaces.
Anything. Just wide mat de, bhai,
Roll
please.
back to a time when it actually flicked Dravid's shoelace.
Yeah.
And it was the bat, not even the ball.
No run. Simon Toffel. Oh, come on. Give me anything. Surely it's that's the.
पक्का है,
Yeah, for
कुछ-
sure. What are they doing?
कुछ तो टकरा है यार, ये वाइड नहीं है यार. Come on, this
Who is
too
the
harsh.
umpire? I want to quote Josh Hazelwood right now saying, who the fuck's the umpire?
Here they'll say, who the fuck are you? Who's standing here at the non-striker's end?
Oh, I love Josh Hazelwood for that little slip of the tongue on the stump mic. Whenever you guys know and you have the time, check that out on YouTube. Who the fuck's the umpire? Surely, yeah, flat line. I'm not satisfied.
There's an impact.
There has been a little glitch.
Good review.
Good review. So it's a dot ball, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it's a dot ball.
So
And
4 needed of 3.
yeah, and it's still, look, we've seen 237 balls this evening, and still that question that we're asking right here is not been answered.
Oh, you're finally getting your fingers right.
Yeah, need to cut my nails also, man. Shit. IPL does let me do anything. Anyway, 4 of 3, a wicked alert here is what I'm saying right now. So,
Let's see.
or do you think all is well? All is well in 4.
I think इस बॉल पे खत्म हो जाएगा मैच.
Ball 1 shot. Hero finish.
Yep.
Okay, knock here to David. What do we have? Oh, it's a
good
brilliant
ball,
Yorker.
good ball. Will they get 2? Will they get 2? Will they get 2? No 2.
3 of 2. We love a close finish, don't we? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say those dreaded 2 words. Super over. Give it to me. Give me a super over.
जब भी तो गिम्मी बोलता है मेरे को वो गाना याद आता है जिम्मी आजा आजा आजा.
No, but even gimme is that ABBA song, right?
ये सब मैं नहीं सुनता भाई. कहाँ से में चलता है क्या ये?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Not just Kazi, but like lots of pubs in Bangalore. Rohit Sharma is like, kya hola re,
क्या चल रहा है अभी? मैं होता कब का पिछले बार में गया मैच खत्म हो गया.
Okay, so let's brace ourselves. Something's definitely going to happen here. Everyone's gripped. We are as well. Knock here to green. Oh, surely run out. Oh, why is he throwing it so hard? What an idiot. What an idiot, Lalit. Why are you throwing it so hard? Is what Warner said. He's like, throw it softly for crying out loud. And I mean, this is such a brilliant over from Andrik Nokia. He's not giving anything to the batters. It went to mid-wicket. Remember who was changed after Mukesh Kumar dropped, who was it? David first. And Green simply had to run.
Oh,
Lalit Yadav fancied the direct hit.
they changed the fielder as well.
I mean, I'll tell you why I don't blame Lalit Yadav there. The fact that essentially, even if he threw it to Nokia, I'm guessing Green would have made his ground.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, if you would have collected, it would have been out.
Yeah, could have been touch and go, but just nuts. I mean, Akash Ambani,
like
David Warner, Rohit Sharma, 2 of 1. Now we were sitting half an hour ago peacefully here, where it was 26 of 3, 30 of 24. And again, another nail biter. So what are we going to see, guys? Let us know in the comments below. I'm just holding my bated breath. What are we going to get? Prediction time right now, right here on the CDC Watchalong. Super over.
Delhi to win by 1 run.
Delhi to win by 1 run or Mumbai to win?
Delhi to win by 1 run.
Okay, fine. Delhi to win by 1 run. I think it's going to be a super over. And then eventually Mumbai to win that super over. So let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm wrong. 2 runs required, the final ball.
Okay. If it is super over, I can't see how Mumbai can win it because bowler nahi hai unke paas to bowl the super over.
Why shocking? Why shocking?
Let's see.
Ritik shocking. I mean, Rohit Sharma is just like, what the hell? First of all, you guys delay my vada pav. It's gone cold right now, and now you're jeopardizing the game into a super over.
He should not bowl a Yorker. He should not attempt a Yorker. I think because.
Okay, here we go.
They would be prepared.
Here we go. Nokia to David. Oh, it's a super over. I think it is. Oh, they're going to come back. The throw has to go somewhere. 100% it goes on the stump and Mumbai make it. I mean, this is honestly Zimbabwe versus Pakistan vibes in the T20 World Cup. Exact finish as well. And wow, it was David Warner throwing at David's end. But no, it wasn't the win that Delhi got. It was Goliath.
The younger David from Australia was quicker than the older David.
I honestly have run out of words to say. I'm just trying to get myself thinking, why couldn't he have gone to the non-striker's end? But yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, he's home.
It was always a striker's end.
And look at Porel. He's like pura hawa mein ho.
And look at Tim David's, like, his face is in the sand.
He's given it all.
It's a blind dive. Porel looks like he's enacting some chipmunk. I mean, it's literally chaotic. That's a pretty good snap. I mean, this game might have really gone down to the wire. It's probably given us a great game as well. And they really had to just get over the line, pun intended, Mumbai Indians, to get their first points. So well done, Mumbai. And Rohit Sharma can breathe a sigh of relief. But Delhi, well, another day, another defeat. So where does it all come down to? I mean, essentially, this over was brilliant. Even Nokia's, over before this was brilliant.
Yeah. See, ultimately, I think that that choice of the over from Mukesh Kumar caused them the game.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, this game had not, there was no way this game had to come this close.
No chance. No chance.
Only due to Nokia's brilliance.
Yeah.
because he nailed all Yorkers, and even if he missed those Yorkers, they were so difficult to hit, and that's the reason we got this close. I don't know, man. Game of fine margins, and I mean, if you look in hindsight, maybe Delhi should have played out all the overs. They got all out, and if they had, then probably they would have won this game. But like I said, at around the 12th over mark, I don't think this is a chasing ground. Teams have to bat first because the wicket clearly was difficult to bat on as the game progressed.
Yeah, and that's something to really think of, especially when Delhi host the future games at the Kotla. And some valuable points mentioned by Somesh, Kukirat, Nix, and everyone that we had in this watch along. We'll just finish with just a couple of things which just caught my eye right now. The fact that Mumbai generally, I know they've been slow starters, but is this the win that really lifts them? And more importantly, Delhi, right? If they look at this game tomorrow morning, day after, if it wasn't for Akshay Patel's brilliance and Anrik Nokia's death bowling abilities, this game could have got over at 10-15. I'm not even joking. So, look, lots to think of from a Delhi perspective. Mumbai will smile, and Mumbai will, of course, take the 2 points in the day. And it's been a thrilling and gripping watch along, especially the last half. Now, Mean Som didn't anticipate it. It had no right, like I said, to go down to the wire. But if the games are going to go down to the wire, we like to see that once in a while.
And it has been 3 out of 3 now.
3 out of 3
days we have seen exciting matches. So this IPL has finally come alive.
Thank you, IPL, and thank you, viewers, for making this watch along special. More watch alongs to come. Tomorrow night, of course, the midweek mayhem from Chepauk, Chennai, Rajasthan. We'll be there with all the other beautiful people that you saw on this particular stream. And drop a comment if you feel nice tonight, and like and share this video. That's all we have from a very captivated Somesh and a very tired Avnish. It's a goodbye to all of you all.